one is done playing.
iPad won't let me.
Why you sound just like the music, Spencer?
Talking Normies podcast.
Hey!
What up?
What up?
It's the Talking Normies podcast, where we're a bunch of talking normies who like to get together and discuss movies on Friday mornings, and you guys hang out with us. Not only do we discuss movies, but we talk about a vast myriad of things.
I'm just trying to get my doom scrolling in order here.
Nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Doom
Yeah,
scrolling
yeah.
is the first thing you do in the morning, right?
Hell
before you
yeah.
poop.
Oh no! What happened to 50?
No, I do Wordle.
Hey man, hey.
He's my favorite artist.
Don't
Lord,
go
please
down
tell
here.
me he didn't do anything,
Stop.
Lord.
Yo,
Stop.
there's been a lot
You're
happening.
jumping ahead.
I know. I don't like this world right now.
You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead.
It's
You're
getting
jumping
super
ahead.
negative in the
First thing in the morning, I do Wordle. Usually, I try to.
same.
I'll start doom scrolling, and I'll say, no, just do Wordle. That way, you won't be,
Focus up.
doom scrolling.
You guys don't check your emails first thing in the morning?
No.
What?
What?
Roll
You
out
check-
of bed, dick swing, and I'm gonna fucking hop on my phone
Wanna
and
work?
check my emails.
Wanna do work?
I check the email the first thing in the morning, and then I check my text messages,
That's what's wrong with you.
Check my text messages.
and then my Slack.
Damn.
No, man, I got to get my
He's
brain
straight
in
to
order.
business.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I
I'm
get
not
up.
give you shit for that. Sure.
I get up. I poop. I pee. I brush my teeth, and I go make breakfast.
Well, I don't reply to anything. I just check to see if anything urgent I need to do. But like, I don't like work. You know, I'm just like,
Then do you forget to reply to them later
yeah,
too?
dude. That,
So then maybe it's
Yeah.
a bad time to check your messages.
Maybe we can get time to actually do it.
Sweet. So we usually do our weekend catch up, but
Usually,
is there any
our
weekend
weekend
catch up
catch
stuff
up.
that you guys feel is pertinent to catch up on the weekend about?
no. Yo, I'm trying to think what happened this past weekend. My brother came in town. That's about it.
Bo
yeah.
for show.
We we just had some food, some good food. That's
Nice. My only weekend catch-up bit is that so our fence next to our house was put in incorrectly, like a lot of things in our house. Fun
Nice.
fact, kids, if you get a house, you'll start finding that people have done weird, dumb shit to it.
Yep.
And you just kind of keep rolling with that. So anyway, the fence was put in incorrectly, and the wind was blowing it over. And so what I had to do was cut down the fence, and I had my cousin and my friend help me, and then I had to get a electric chainsaw, which is nowhere near as fun as the gas ones, but it still gets the job done, and then cut like a bunch of small branches and shit, 'cause I'm going to have to put the fence back up. But it was just,
Was it like silent?
yeah, it's like you can hear the chain moving, but it's no like, yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds like, right? Well, it gets the job done, and I don't have to
That's-
keep gas in my shed.
That's the folly of the future. That's the folly of electric. It's missing the acoustics.
Do you think they're
know?
just going to put speakers in electric cars?
I
and make them go
really
They
boom?
should.
No,
They do, don't
honestly,
they?
I really
they do,
think because imagine I hope we do go electric, even though electric has its own problems with global warming. But
Does
like,
it?
Yeah.
it takes a lot of energy to make those batteries. But just imagine where electric is the standard, like all the road noise, like it's just fucking dead silent. Like it's just I don't know, it's gonna be eerie, dude.
It's gonna
Yeah.
sound like cars
I
on
need
the road. It's gonna sound like tires.
I need an electric vehicle that sounds like a Hemi, you know.
Just a
Hey, there was a
speaker,
movie
like-
that made like that was with Kevin James and somebody else that made a movie with an electric car, and they put a Hemi engine sound in there and like that. It was.
See, I just think
That's
it needs
hilarious.
that. I think it
I-
needs
it was.
that.
Oh, I know it was Kevin James and that one guy, the guy tall guy, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yes.
Vince- No, that's what electric cars sound like now. They sound like spaceships. But so yeah,
Dude,
I had to.
they sneak up on me all the time. A few of my neighbors have electric cars, and I'll be walking my dog. I mean, I'm on the sidewalk; they're not gonna like run me over, but like they just sneak by, and I'm like, I didn't. You don't hear them coming.
So this was on NPR. They're talking about regulating them so that they make sounds because they don't want deaf
it's
people to hit them.
necessary.
They need to. The deaf people know where the street's at because they can hear it, and then the
And-
cars are just.
And another thing that the electric vehicles are doing is like all of the controls are just on an iPad type thing,
Yeah.
which like looks futuristic, but like in
The
practical.
dashboard's where the dashboard's at for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in practicality, when you're driving, like, there's a reason why you need tactile buttons because of your muscle memory to know where everything is. If you need to like switch shit,
Yeah.
when you're on a screen, you got to find things. So it's like it's a cost cutting measure. I mean, it does look cool, but like, there's a reason that there's tactile buttons in cars. Like,
Yeah. So I had to take my fence down, and I have an electric chainsaw now. And I got some thorns
we
stuck
just
in me.
Swerved off on a tangent real quick.
Well, since we're off on a brief tangent, before we had a fan who asked us a question about nostalgia that I actually feel pretty hyped up to answer. But before we do that, you guys, this isn't me trying to shit on the weed parade. This is me doing the same thing I do every week, where I find a way to blame most of the bad things in our country on capitalism, but we'll get back around to there. So you guys know about weed, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Weed? It's like this
Weed.
plant that you can smoke. It makes you feel good.
It's got it's like green.
THC,
Yeah.
sticky,
Some people
crystals.
describe
Okay.
it smelling similar to skunks.
Wow. Okay.
They make a
interesting.
suppository for it where you put it in a wet napkin and
Yeah.
just slide it up your ass.
It comes in an aerosol now.
So it's
damn.
not, is it? It's a plant. Okay. Got
Yeah,
it. Sure,
plant-based
whatever.
drug.
It's like a euphoric kind of.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or it feels like the CIA is coming through the back door. You get one or the other. If you're me, it's the CIA every time.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to experiment this. Weed.
Yeah, you should check it out. So, the dispensaries, there's this story on NPR where it was like, and next on NPR, we're going to be talking about the Chinese migrants who are being used as slave labor at some of our weed dispensaries. And I was like, Jesus Christ, no. I like weed. So they found a place in New Mexico, all right, owned by a Chinese conglomerate or business or whatever, that people are like, I want to leave China because I feel unsafe and I'm trying to immigrate to America. And they're like, hey, cool, why don't you come work for us? Take their motherfucking passports. Don't let them leave the weed farm. They're like, now make weed for us, bitches. And then they sell that weed to dispensaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
what the
dude.
fuck?
Yeah.
We're just making weed as bad as we've made all the other things.
Yeah. Now that it's gone, now that it's legal, we can make it illegal somehow.
Right?
It is a, yeah. It's.
So,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because like even on our own turf, do you know about Humboldt County?
Yeah.
Humboldt County is like the one of the biggest hubs, if not the biggest hub in America, where like a lot of weed is grown and distributed. And it's like this small area, and there's like so much like competition there. Like imagine people treating weed like mafia levels. Like they commit violence over it like it's cocaine. Like it's like and
do.
a lot of young kids go there to be like, I'm gonna be around weed, and like the most.
I'm going to be a bud tender.
Yeah,
Woo!
no, not a bud tender. And we're talking like we're still processing the weed.
Okay.
They go there to be trimmers. So they trim the buds and get the leaves off of them, and that's like the most common job to get. But like, then they just fall into a bad life, and kids go to Humboldt County and they don't come back. It's the type of shit.
Okay.
So, like, you guys know, like, weed's supposed to be like this fun, cool, hippie thing, right? Like, I'm going to go and live on this farm, and we're going to grow weed, and we're going to be all fun and sustainable. And then I'm only picking on this company because I know its name. And then MedMen pops up, and they're like, but what if we really crunch the profits and fucking, every store looks like a red box fucking Netflix spot,
Fuck
and we
MedMen,
can make
dude.
the most amount of money possible.
MedMen was the worst dispensary I ever visited. Like the exorbitant prices for bullshit. It just everything they took everything about weed, like you're saying, and just turned it into
Commodified
the
it.
worst thing possible.
Oh no.
Fuck MedMen.
And-
Worst dispensary. Don't ever visit a MedMen.
To add just a little sprinkle to it, a lot of people that are in jail for selling weed are black and brown people, and now a lot of people that are making these big profitable weed companies is white folks.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's not illegal, and in a way, it's not. This is gonna be quotation marks here. Bad, but it looks bad. Because it mostly is, but yeah, I mean, like, hey, I'm glad you guys really kept the culture going and made sure that people found out about the good benefits of weed, and even some of you guys are in for nonviolent crimes. You're just selling weed. There's not a lot of opportunities where you live at, and people seem to want it, and now it's legal in a lot of places. But we'll see if we can expunge your criminal record. Also, the homie Jeffrey, he's gonna make $1 billion fucking dollars.
Billion.
Even in Indiana, it's like essentially legal.
Yeah.
Like
it's decriminalized
you
for you
can-
to have about an ounce on you.
Yeah.
you can get
But now, decriminalized in Marion County.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
prosecutor was just
so I
like,
got to be in Marion County.
yeah, but
No,
the
no,
prosecutor was like,
Marion
I will not prosecute anybody if it's under an ounce. I'm not prosecuting. I'm just not
But
gonna
And
But
fucking
then
even,
everything else is just like at a chemical level. They're just like, this is barely not weed.
yeah.
Like it can't have Delta 9 in it, but
Yeah,
Delta
but-
8, Delta 10 will do the THC, THCV, THCP. Like
Even
It's
with
just
the
wild.
laws being relaxed now, I mean, we have like Delta 8 type stuff here. Because I needed to go buy a battery, so I went to the Fishers, the CBD store right here on the Fishers. And I was talking to him. I was like, man, when it becomes like legal, you guys have like a prime spot. And I was like, Fishers is like a pretty conservative area. Do you get a lot of business here? He's like, you'd be surprised, man.
No, bro, hell yeah.
He's like,
That's
we get Fishers moms all the time being like, oh, I've been thinking about this. Like,
well, now that it's legal,
So, right by my gym, there is also a smoke shop,
Mhm.
and right here on 96th Street, if you go further down, where that CVS is and Dairy Queen, and so there's a smoke shop there, and low key, it's always busy. And every time when I leave the gym, a kid asked me, "Can you go get in? Can you go get buy me? Can you go
Like
buy
they
me
trying
some?"
to get people to buy them 6-packs back in the day.
Yeah.
Bro, can you go buy me some Delta 8 gummies? Can you buy me some gummies? I'm like,
Delta 8
bro, get the fuck
gummies.
out of
No,
here.
sir.
I was not
So-
that desperate for getting high as a kid, I guess.
No, and also as a kid, I just bought weed from other kids.
Yeah, like I just knew where to get it.
They were just
No,
other
but I'm
kids.
talking about these kids are like not 16. They're like kids.
Hey man, I had to
Like I'm thinking like junior high, middle school.
like straight
Hey,
snotty
man.
nose playing Fortnite. You guys want to buy some weed?
That's not good.
Right, that's not good at
Yeah,
all.
I mean, with these like pens and stuff, like you can smoke weed like indoors and it doesn't like no one will know. Like if you're clever enough about it, you could.
you can't smell pens.
So like I imagine there's kids were high when we were going to school too, but like
Yeah.
you know,
What?
I
I didn't see that many kids high.
Boy, who'd
Yeah.
you go to school
yeah,
with?
you were not. But like now it's got to be even more prevalent. Like
Yeah.
people are probably getting high like in school. Like you can smoke in school now. You can probably like go under your desk and take
Bro,
you
I've
know.
seen the airplane land and
there
dudes are
was
like,
a chick-
no, you couldn't have waited?
There's a chick in my high school that just crushed up some pills and was snorting them right next to me. Like this.
What?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just.
That's pretty wild.
The most I
supposed to be
did was
taking a
drink in
test.
school. That's it.
Junior
But,
high vodka
hey,
Kool-Aid.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it. I'm saying that's what was happening in
It's-
that junior high.
We don't advocate drugs, and I'm only telling anecdotal stories. But it's part of growing up, man. You got to make the phone call, and then you got to be like, meet me in the back of the Steak and Shake in about 15 minutes, and then you'd like throw the money out of the window into their car, and they throw a Swisher box full of weed into your car.
It's just. Yeah. So, speaking of nostalgia, we got a message from Katie Nguyen.
Yeah.
So I actually, Mickey posted this, and she
No,
sent
no,
it. Oh my
no,
bad,
I think
Nevi
Nevi
posted it, and I just want to answer it, and I want us to talk about it a little bit because I do think it's important. Well,
Oh, yeah,
a little more-
I like this message. Yeah.
feels a little more relevant to me, but it's going to be relevant to all of you eventually.
It's heavy. Get ready. You get strap in.
All right, so we're gonna read Katie's
Strap in,
message.
fellas.
Says, "Hi, my name is Katie. I'm 17-year-old and I live in Huntington Beach, California. Ever since WandaVision came out, I've been obsessed with your reaction videos. Thank you. I like your MCU reaction. Speaking of the MCU, I've heard it's floundering lately, and this makes me so sad because I feel that I should have gotten into it in the golden era of the MCU in my preteen years. If I had the chance, this mindset also applies to other TV shows, movies, music, video games that I feel I should have gotten into during my childhood. Almost everyone thinks that the decade we live in is the worst. And as a teen, this makes it hard for me to enjoy the present because almost everyone thinks that the decade we live in... read the same line because almost everyone thinks that the 2010s was my childhood, and I feel that because I never fully got into the golden era of the 2010s, I feel like my childhood is meaningless and lacks nostalgia. It'll be a big point here. These feelings that I have for the past make me feel scared and uncertain about the life I will have after high school. What will happen in the next decade? Will the world continue to get worse? I need some advice on how to deal with these feelings of nostalgia for the past and uncertainty about the future. Do you guys remember what life you guys had after high school? Do you guys feel that you had all had nostalgia for the past? What part of life should I live in? The past, the present, or the future? Please answer these questions and get back to me ASAP. Thanks, Katie. P.S. Would it be okay if you told the entire world about my situation? I'm really getting dissatisfied with the answers I'm getting from my family, and I want to know what everyone thinks about my situation.
I wonder what kind of answers that she's been getting. I'd be
They're
really
probably just
curious.
like shit's gonna the generic ones, I'd imagine.
It'll get better.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
I think-
no. After.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, life after high school, and if you're still in high school, then finding nostalgia is going to be hard because there's not a lot of past there to work with. Like our past and our nostalgia comes mainly from high school and middle school. Those times when you're making those big moments, I guess, in your life. Like whether it's actually a big moment or a small moment, it's a moment in your life that you don't get back, and then when you realize that is when you start looking back on those actual times for nostalgia. So like your nostalgia comes from the times where you were having the most fun. So I say stay in the present for now at the age you're at, have the most fun, and then when you get to that future,
You'll have nostalgia for that
you'll
period.
have that nostalgia to look back on.
Yeah, and I feel like she's asking like what like she feels like she's lost her childhood, but the thing is she's 17, and I'm not saying you're still a child, but I am saying that
You're still a child.
you have a lot more
You're a toddler.
you have a lot more fun like ahead of you that you don't realize. I think that all of us now sitting in our 30s, and I think this might go for a lot, like my 30s have kind of been great. My like from like 25 to 35 has been like my most solidest 10 years. And I wouldn't have predicted that when I was younger. But like you get more freedom, you get more understanding, and you can get jaded about the world, and that wouldn't be unresponsive because the world kind of sucks. But here's my take. My quickest take, and we're going to go back and forth on it, but it's this. It doesn't matter what's going to happen to the world, right? Like you think that you live in one of the worst times ever. The people who lived through Nazi Germany thought the same thing, and shit got better, right? I don't know what the world's going to fucking hold. My parents thought the world was going to end before I was able to go to college, so they didn't save up any fucking money for it. And guess what? Here I am now, deep in some debt. It doesn't like what you are owed. You get your own happiness. Secure that shit, all right? If the world does end in 10 years, it doesn't matter. You can at least have the most fun 10 years of your life right now. Like you just live in the present, plan for the future, learn from the past. Like, have fun. It is a must. It is a must. I don't know how hard it's going to be because I know having fun, it's easier said than done. Like, no one's saying it's an easy trajectory, but you owe it to yourself now. You're 17. The next 10 years, you'll be 27. You can have a fuck ton of fun, and you can make those memories that you'll enjoy later on in life.
One other thing is your brain, like, and I know it sounds weird, and I remember being the age and not wanting to hear it when you said it, but your brain does not actually develop
till like 24, 25.
More than that, like stages. Like we'll get to our point at.
I feel like I'm stuck.
Yeah, for real. Like it'll be like from 23 to 27, things change. From like 30 to 35, something changes. 40, it's different. 50, it's gonna be different. 60, it's gonna.
You
be
just have different perspective that changes
and
everything.
There's no way for it not to happen. So I mean, what you're going through right now and having that thought process at 17. Is natural.
17 is so
normal.
17 is so young that you haven't experienced like true freedom yet.
And it's your whole life though. Like you've lived 17 years, but that's it. Like
that's
us living 30 plus years. Looking back, 17 years is
half.
One thing.
Yeah, it's less than that or half. Yeah.
One thing you will experience is time will start to feel like it's accelerating. Like the older you get, the faster it feels time is just moving. Like 1 year isn't that long of a period anymore.
Nope.
Like it really isn't.
It used to be like forever.
And it's
put a pin in X. I want to come back to it.
It's gonna. There's things that are gonna get way harder, and there's things that are gonna get easier and more fun. As you become older, obviously you're gonna have responsibilities, bills. You got to find a place to live. All these adult things that you have to do. But going through that is what forges you into the person that you're going to become. And I would urge you to save as much money as you can starting like immediately. Even if you like open up an account and start investing in the S&P 500 because that's like the safest bet. Even if you can throw in like $10 a month, it's better than nothing.
Do a Roth IRA and put $100 in there whenever you get it. And then just forget it.
Start what Chris is doing.
Some practical knowledge, like seriously start learning about finances. You need to, like whatever job you're going to have, whatever, like wherever your life is going, you need to understand the specific finances based around that because there's advantages that you could take that you might miss out on. But yeah, I mean, philosophically, yeah, I mean, it is a pretty bad time, but it's a pretty good time too. I mean, we have technology like we've never seen before, and as bad as it's doing, as many bad things as there are, I think there's equally as good. Spend time this period figuring out like who you are. Work on your mental health. If you feel like you're going through some stuff, I would really recommend spend your early 20s like doing that personal work. Go to therapy. If you have access to it, really,
it's okay to lose friends.
Yeah, and
change your friends if you need to.
Here's because I'm in my mid-30s now, and I have a lot of regrets about how I spent my 20s, and I wish I would have done things differently, but also I wouldn't be the person I am today if all that stuff hadn't happened. It's like a weird catch-22. But there's a quote that I heard. I don't know who said it. But it goes, your second life begins when you realize you only have one. So
get at it.
You gotta figure out what your passion is. You gotta figure out what you want to do. If you have to get a job in the meantime, there's another quote, and unfortunately, this is one I heard when I was in MLM. But it is a nice quote. Okay, work part-time at your job and work full-time at your fortune. So like or I'm sorry, work full time at your job, work part time on your fortune. So like that when you're at your job and then you get off the clock, obviously you're gonna want to relax, hang out with friends, watch TV, do all that, but like don't spend all your time doing that. Like work, work on your dream, build something.
Be happy. Two things. One, A Tale of Two Cities, a Charles Dickens book that I've never read, but I know a famous quote from it. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. That was true when Charles Dickens wrote it. It's literally still true now. It is the best of times. It is the worst of times. That's just kind of how shit is, apparently. Two, the word nostalgia comes from the Greek word for homesickness. So, like, maybe it feels like you don't have a home. Maybe you feel like your childhood wasn't solidified enough. You still have time to find that. You still got time to build those memories. And the other thing was, I was listening to NPR, and one of the theories, so people were saying that when you get older, time moves faster, but that's because 1 year becomes a smaller portion of the amount of time you've been alive for. And the truth is, this is what they think at least, so take this with a grain of salt, but go out and practice it. Spidey, when you started working at North Mass, you remember your first day?
No.
You remember when you got hired there?
No.
Bad point.
Why? Hold on, wait, what was the point? What was the question?
Because, like,
just say yes.
Just say yeah for the point of it.
Yeah.
All right, cool, but you don't remember your 50th day.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, right? Like, you might remember the first time you learned to brush your teeth, but you don't remember the last time you brushed your teeth. It's like when you're driving on a road you've been on before and your brain just deletes all the information because it doesn't need it. When you get older, you start getting set in more routines where you do things more routinely, and your brain just doesn't need it. So it just fucking chunks it out. But the more new shit you do, you remember that new shit. You remember that. So, like, as you get older, once you hit a certain age, you have to go out of your way. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Do more new, different shit. It will make time feel like it lasts longer. Or just go for a run. So it should last forever.
Here's another really big advice that I would give you is your mom and your dad are right. It is better to be a morning person. If you can get into the habit of waking up early in the morning, you can get a lot of shit done before you even have to go to work or consider doing anything else. Dude, I wake up early enough where I can, like, make breakfast, take my dog on a walk, come back and play video games for like an hour and a half, and then I go to work. Like, it's just so much better to, like, get into the routine of waking up as early as possible. If you can get to 6 o'clock in the morning, that's really good.
Oh wow! If you think that's early, okay.
No, I was thinking like 4. I was thinking like 4 or 5 o'clock.
I'm saying 4 is insane. I'd say 5. 5, you're a fucking.
I used to be a 5 a.m. club.
Yeah, if you wake up at 5, you're a superstar. 6, I think, is pretty good for, like, most people, but, like, you can get so much done, but it might be a biological thing because when you're younger, you do need a lot more sleep. I don't know if we've disputed that scientific fact at this point.
I've been sleeping for 4 hours, like, most of my life.
So same here.
It depends person to person, but, like, by and large, I think younger people just need, like, more sleep. So don't be. But, like, the more you can work on becoming a morning person, like, I'm telling you. It's the best.
What time do you go to sleep?
I'm in bed usually by like 9:30, 10.
That's crazy. I can't do that.
Yeah.
11:30 pretty consistently.
I've been, and like this year I really focused on trying to get my hours of sleep in. It's hard to imagine for me to sleep that early. But I think for me,
but you're also like I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you also have like your medication. Then you take pre-workout.
Well, I don't take pre-work. No, I've been taking pre-workout for 7-8 months now.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's
nice.
great. Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
My last pre-workout was like in like last year in the summer.
That's good.
Anything that I take is just like no and if I have caffeine, is in the morning. That's it. But sometimes I don't even take.
What time do you usually go to bed?
I go to bed around like. It's hard for me to like wind down, so it's hard for me to go to bed until like maybe like I'll be in bed at like 11:30, but I'm not sleeping until like maybe 12:30.
Do you feel tired though?
No.
So you're good. I mean you're doing what comes natural.
Your circadian rhythm might just be different.
Like, but then I'm able to wake up like around like, so I wake up early, so I wake up around like 4 or 5 just to wake up. I go back to bed.
Hold on, you wake up before and do what?
Nothing. I just wake up. No alarm set or anything like that.
Okay.
No alarm set.
It sounds like you're doing what comes natural, bro.
Like,
just roll with it.
I wake up around like 4:30 or 5, and I'm like, damn, I'm awake. Fuck, why? And then I go back to sleep, and I wake up when my alarm sets me up to wake up around 7.
I do the exact same thing. And in that moment, I decide like when I'm up at 4, I'm like, Do I want to play a
yeah.
game? Like,
Yeah,
do I
that's
want
the-
to get up right
Yeah,
now?
do I want to
Do
play?
you,
or
do you
not?
feel more tired when you wake up the second time?
So I feel way more like energetic the first time at 4 o'clock. But if I go back to bed, feel way more
Groggy.
tired.
So
Okay.
I think you need to maybe you guys
Just stay
just
up, bro.
I think maybe you guys just need less
Start
sleep.
the day.
You got
Yeah.
you got to listen to your body. Yeah, because like now because I used to like force myself back to sleep, but like now I really try like if my eyes open, because sometimes that happens to me too, not all the time, but like I'll wake up like ridiculously early sometimes, but like feel fully rested, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna trust my body.
I kind of
Just
get
wake
so
up.
like when I do wake up, I'm always like I check myself awake. I'm like, oh fuck, like I gotta pee or whatever. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock and I'm on the money every time. Like I don't know what happens. Maybe
Ooh, and a nice little a cheeky little 20-minute cat nap in the day. Ooh.
oh yeah, boy.
Just
Yeah.
recharge your low batteries.
So we're gonna move on.
Oh, actually, one more.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Just a
We got
cheeky little nap.
So you wake up at 7, right? You said or 6?
I'm usually up by 6 now. Yeah,
6?
I'm really trying to
Damn,
get.
how do you get to be able to eat breakfast, walk your dog, and play video games for an hour? Right? I wake up at 7, and
okay. If I wake up at 6, I can have my breakfast made and Chester fed and walked and gone to the bathroom by 7.
that is crazy.
and then I have from 7 to really 8:45 to just fuck around and play
Yeah.
video games. Yeah, dude, I played Helldivers for like an hour and a half this morning.
Oh yeah.
While I watched High School Musical. Like, it was great.
Or I wake up at 7, make some coffee. I usually sit on the
wake up
couch.
at the same time y'all do, but I feel like I'm getting rushed every morning.
What do you?
You
what do
stay
you,
so
what,
close.
What are you doing?
If you walked to work, you would be on time if
what,
you left.
What do you?
15
What's your
minutes.
morning routine? What are you doing?
So, like I tell you, first thing I wake up, I'll check the phone.
Make sure you follow your.
I'll check the phone and stuff, and then I'll get up. So, do you guys don't shit in the morning?
Yeah.
yeah, but how, I
sometimes.
mean, how
So,
long?
I'm probably shitting for like 20 minutes.
That's a,
Are you pushing?
That's-
I'm sorry. I
like-
hate to ask this on the podcast. Are you pushing out poop for 20 minutes,
No,
my guy?
no.
You just kinda fucking around.
So then
Yeah,
you're just
I'm on the
sitting
phone,
there.
just
So you're
so you
just
know.
sitting.
Yeah.
So you're not shitting for 20.
You just
No.
sitting on the
like
toilet.
realistically,
You're on the toilet for 20
how much time are you actually spending? Like it can't be more than a few minutes.
Bro, I'm on the toilet just.
Right, but
Doom
like the
scrolling.
actual act that you're there
Could you be
for.
doing that somewhere else than on the toilet?
Could you be walking and
Yeah.
doing that? Could you be doing it while
Exactly.
you're cooking?
So you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
only
I'm,
need it.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm on my phone too, but I don't sit on the toilet for 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
I do my business. Dude, I hate spending time in the bathroom. Like I'm in and out, brushing my teeth, doing whatever I need to do.
Yeah,
It
but, like-
I'm done
It
with
really
that as
depends.
quickly as possible, and then I'll go immediately make breakfast, throw on a podcast. Like I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm doom scrolling too, but I'm doing other shit while I'm doing that.
If
Sometimes,
like the night before though, I ate like a bunch of Taco Bell and like a tub of ice cream, and I plan on being on the toilet for a while.
Okay, so
then
yeah,
See,
that's different.
also I eat late though. I eat around like my last meal's probably around like.
we're just all
10.
saying 20 minutes is a long time to be
You
pooping.
gotta
Look,
get that.
I'll wake
morning
up.
That's too much
plunge.
time to
No,
be on
right,
the-
I'll be
that's
out
too
there
much time
for
to be
20
on the toilet.
I'll roll up and have a time.
You need to get off.
I'll wake up. Yeah, go.
You need to shit or get off the pot.
Maybe have a little bit of adult time. You know, like if I'm about to take a shower, maybe I want to watch a little bit of adult content. You know, it's early in the morning. You know, sometimes you gotta.
A cheeky little,
Yeah, you know, a little.
cheeky little,
It's like an afternoon delight, but early on. You know.
It's like a morning delight.
Unfortunately, it probably puts me to sleep more than it wakes me up.
That's
But
why
it
you gotta
does
take a
really
cold
mellow me
shower.
the fuck out. I'm just like, yeah, that's my blunt in the morning.
That's my blunt in the morning.
Waking. What?
Wake and, it's a wake and beat.
Wake and beat now. You got wake and bake.
Wake and bake and then
Wake and shake.
It's
Wake and
spank.
bake. Yeah, you
No
wake
wake and shake.
Wake and spank from Spencer in the back.
Wake and spank. All right. So we're gonna talk about, and we don't need to spend a lot of time on this
Yeah.
one because we actually no, we don't even have time to talk about it. We need to gloss over this. This needs to be a 2-minute discussion.
About what?
Listen, that boat that hit that bridge.
Oh,
It's
It's
not
the same
a
with the trains.
It's not a conspiracy.
It's a
conspiracy.
It's a
Why is it
bad
conspiracy?
infrastructure.
We got 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes on the clock.
Here's what proves it for me that it's just bad infrastructure is because there's the drama going on with the people that are on the world cruise. They spent like $70,000 to $120,000 for those tickets to be on a boat that's from 2003. It's flooding. They're losing power. It's the shittiest thing I've ever seen, and there's evidence of this on TikTok. It's not a
boat- an
conspiracy.
03
All of our
boat?
infrastructure is just
Cruise
shit.
ship.
03 cruise, like
No
yeah,
updates.
Yes,
Don't
and they're on it for
Small
9 months.
update.
You have to retire
and they're on
boats
it
at
for
some
9
point.
months.
Yeah.
Right?
You're supposed to, unless you're in the military, where
it's
you
a
can
world
just keep
cruise. That's why it's like a
updating it.
$120,000 ticket.
Not after
That-
a world
that
cruise,
sounds
you need to
fun,
put me
but
on.
it's
more
not-
than
you need to
one
be on a better
cruise.
ship.
It's there's enough visual evidence. It's not a conspiracy. All of our infrastructure is shittier than we think it is.
All right, Pat, quick, your conspiracy. We're like, that was 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds,
Okay,
Pat.
30 seconds. All I'm just gonna say was the boat lights came off as soon as somebody hit the bridge, and then all of a sudden, it hit the bridge. I'm just saying somebody hacked the boat.
Don't rebuttal. All right, what's your?
I mean, I guess someone could have hacked the boat. Like I have no idea. I saw the boat. I saw it hit the bridge. I saw the entire bridge come down.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, obviously they're not made to be hit.
And you know what was scary is you can see the headlights of cars going. And
Oh, yeah.
It luckily it.
Yes,
I mean,
Eli. That's
people
what he said.
did still. I think some people lost their lives.
6
yeah,
to 7.
It's pretty bad.
Damn.
But like,
Wow, that's
imagine if
way
it happened
fewer
like
than I thought.
rush hour, dude. Like,
Bro.
imagine. Like, I mean, it's
So
still
are people
a sad
just people are
situation.
stuck, right? Someone didn't get home from work.
Yeah, 6 people. There's 4 dudes still lost. They found 2. Here's my thing. America has bad infrastructure. We have known this. I don't want to say it's the C word, but y'all know that I'm all thinking.
C word.
Conspiracy?
Capitalism.
Oh,
Look, man, no one wants to. If we say, "Hey, we're gonna raise your taxes to fix that bridge," the trucks keep hitting. Everyone's gonna be annoyed. So we say we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna let it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We want to run things on that razor's edge so that we're not wasting money.
But we waste money on stupid shit.
Exactly, Pat. We should be like the goddamn trains. When that fucking train shit happened in Norfolk, Ohio, they were just like, "Yeah, we pretty much bombed a town." This was like last year.
And the oil and all that.
And that shit happened there. They were like, "Hey, look, we put out a report. We told you guys that these things were bad. We told you it was going to cost money to upgrade them. We need to upgrade the trains. We need to upgrade the tracks. That costs money. No one wants to do it, even though we got all the money to do it."
I will be swayed if David Simon comes out with The Wire 2, where he shows like they purposefully dropped this bridge to funnel drug money into real estate to build a new bridge for tax breaks for the like
Shit was all for an election.
if David Simon says it's a conspiracy, then I'll believe it.
Okay. So cool. That's the boat. Now I need to rant at you guys about my other favorite thing before we talk about being red pilled, because Pat needs to know what that means.
Ooh, and that way, should we go to P Diddy to red pill or red pill to P Diddy? No, red pill to P. Pill. Yeah, red
all right.
pill
So
to
listen,
P. Diddy.
before we get into all the heavy stuff and to talk about the movie. All right, listen. I finished watching season 2 of Halo. Marquetta got on board with me. Marquetta doesn't know anything about Halo. She's like, objectively, from a storytelling point, what the fuck is happening? Like, this shit is just, she's like, oh, fuck, that was cool. And I was like, right, this shit was awesome, right? You don't even know. I didn't even know that. Master Chief does a whole entire fight scene sequence without his armor on, and I'm not gonna lie.
I heard
that shit was kind of dope.
I heard he does a really good job this time of like really like portraying Master Chief, even out of the armor. I heard like he did a good job.
Motherfucker takes down an elite who's invisible, so they're attacking Reach. There's an invisible fucking elite in a mall, and Master Chief is like, I can smell them. And the girl who's with him, she's like, what the fuck does that mean? And then homie tackles the air, tackles one of these motherfuckers, grabs a knife and fucking starts stabbing this elite, and he's in no armor. And we're like, oh, fuck, that was crazy. Okay? They present you with some jackals. They present you with some awesome fucking shit. But then, that's all in the, like, 3rd episode, and then we're out of it.
No.
And then we're
So wait.
I heard there's some good shit in this show. There's moments.
Nah?
It's not overall. It's not, but there's nuggets.
I heard they went hard and then dropped the bag.
Okay, so first season was trash. Second season, I heard, is like slightly better, but still trash.
Yeah.
But it shows,
sick as fuck.
Bro, this was a crazy.
But it shows good enough nuggets that if it gets a 3rd season, they might
nugget it out
together.
3rd time's the charm. You know.
So like the first, all right. Imagine I'm gonna describe it like this. Imagine you remember when you were a kid and you had to eat your vegetables to get to the meat, right?
Yeah.
Like the first season would be like a giant pile of uncooked, unseasoned broccoli with a small piece of Wagyu in the middle. All right, so you'd have to eat the mountain. The next season was like there's 5 pieces of fucking. There's a whole filet mignon in the middle there, and it's cooked perfectly. But the only way to get to it is you eat the filet mignon, and you was like, oh, there's gonna be more of that. And they're like, sorry, it's unseasoned broccoli all the way down. Like they fuck up so hard on this shit.
Unseasoned broccoli all the way
I heard they
down.
did the flood really cool.
They did, bro. There's moments where like even
was the flood just like an in and out thing?
No, the flood's the end. So they finally, at the end of season 2, they get onto a Halo, and as they're getting onto the Halo, the flood's happening. They're like, oh shit, and it's Bro, it's got moments. I was like, Keda, we got to play this game. I was like, you need to
Hey,
understand the
man.
storytelling that they're dropping so hard
Has
here.
Marquetta played the flood level yet?
No.
Well,
She just got to Truth and Reconciliation.
Tell me when she gets there, because that is, dude, that like the first time you experience that level, I will. My God,
Yeah.
So
the storytelling of that level is just so fucking immaculately
Bro,
done.
this shit looks cold.
I'm telling you, it's the trailer, and
Oh fuck!
they're not showing you the parts where people are doing dumb shit. You're like, stop it.
Damn, they did so well.
They showed all the good parts in the trailer, I guess.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna say. Somebody on the internet, all right, probably not me because I don't have the time. Someone just needs to cut together like the 10 hypest moments of Halo 2, and it would be worth it. All right, Halo Season 1 Master Cheeks shows his ass and fucks a spy. Okay, there's a lot of booty in the first one. There's not even the spy's a human. The Covenant have a human. We don't understand anything about the Covenant.
Wasn't their sex drive like suppressed to make them?
Yeah,
more,
well,
like,
he takes his pellet out, and next thing you know, he's all fucking John Hamm.
But is that canon, or am I making it?
Oh yeah, he has a pellet in his body that represses his emotions, but he takes it out so that he can feel stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's not. That's not
canon. Listen,
That's not at
season
all.
1 is
Well, they had to have sex in the show, Mickey.
right. So, I'm sorry. Moral of the story
A
is
fucking emotion pellet. What is this? Equilibrium?
there are some great things in
Emotion pellet.
There's like
that pisses me
4
off.
great things in Halo Season 1. Halo Season 2 probably has 8 great things. Maybe by the time we get to Halo Season 3, we'll have fucking 16 great things.
They might have been like, maybe we should just follow the story.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should just do it.
I think it's the special effects budget. They don't have enough to show like elites often. They got pretty good with the elites, but
Okay.
like the Arbiter as a character, you need a fully CGI character for the whole entire series. How you gonna do that?
Hey, okay, I want one. Okay, if it gets to season 3, I want one episode where it's kind of like, it takes place in Blood Gulch, okay, and it's basically a to capture the flag, but maybe the story element could be we got to go over there and get something from the base and come back. Like,
Okay.
I want a Blood Gulch episode. Like, I want them to
God.
like somehow pay, or hang them high, like pay homage to the multiplayer in some cheeky way.
I would say I did watch all of the Halo show, and I am going to watch all of Season 3. Sunshine says he disagrees. He thinks that the Halo show is solid. And here's the thing. A lot of the comments on the Halo Reddit are like, okay, like they dropped the bag here and there, and like it's actually getting better. Like it does have potential. My rant is just essentially that like it's like if you're dating a girl who does really cool shit like 20% of the time, you're like, will you do that more? That was really nice. Like you made breakfast and everything, and there was a little song and dance, and then the rest of the time she's like, I'm gonna poop on the floor. It's like, don't do that though.
Okay, so like it's like if you're dating a girl and you connect in every way, like it's perfect, but she's like 35% MAGA and you can't convince her. Like,
Yeah, she only eats the stinkiest cheeses, and you're just like, why? You're like
With
sweating
onions.
that shit. You're like, stop. She's like, nah, it's everything else is good, but like her whole entire diet is like fucking Lumberg cheese, Limburger, whatever.
I love that they're doing movies to games.
Yeah,
They're like games to movies and shows.
Mm-hmm.
And all that.
There's been some good ones, man. There's been enough successful projects that I just don't understand why people ever interfere with the story. It's it was successful for a reason. I don't care what spin you want to take on it. You're not gonna do it better.
You hear they're doing Ghost of Tsushima?
And they better do it
He's
right.
getting a movie, and it's the director from
Also,
John Wick.
What is
Yeah.
Rise of Ronin? Because that looks like Ghost of Tsushima.
I think is it a spinoff?
Is it
Bro,
good?
Rise of Ronin?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
The game.
I've been looking at it. It's made by Team Ninja,
It
which
looks
I'm
really
excited for
good.
because Team Ninja did like Ninja Gaiden and Neo and like
It looks really, really
my
good.
kind of games. So that's like fast paced, but almost like
I almost-
soul-like games.
I almost bought it last night, but yeah, I'm gonna watch before you buy.
So
That's my
Spencer said
go-to
it's
game
trash.
reviews.
okay.
But it's
Spencer, is it
also
trash?
It's trash.
It's
Wait,
only
it's
on
trash,
PS5.
really?
It's trash.
Oh wait, it's
wanna
trash
play it.
because it's on PS5.
It's only on PS5.
Yeah, okay, but is it like?
It's
I
trash.
I don't think like Team Ninja does good with games,
Yeah,
but also
team.
like
It's Team
the
Ninja.
games aren't. There's no like point. Like in Ninja Gaiden, you're randomly fighting this giant.
Yeah, and
demon
that's
statue
fine.
For no, yeah, it's one of those games. I
Yeah.
don't think there's gonna be a lot of.
I don't
point
pay
to the
attention
story.
to the story in Elden Ring has a story, but I couldn't fucking like I don't play these games for the story. I play them for the challenge.
Oh, like all right. So I don't know, and this is the last part we're gonna talk about this. I do think. I don't know the reason why they always deviate from the story. I think it might have to do maybe something with royalties. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
And
like
I never
copyright.
played Witcher, but I did enjoy the show until it kind of got a little weird. And I don't know if that was a deviation from the story or what, but it's also there. You can do a story 100% and still fuck it up, I think.
There was a lot of deviation. So the Witcher show was actually based on the books, not the games. And
that guy that was the writer there is the same dude who did X-Men 97. Or one of the writers, I guess.
Interesting. Oh, you even got Cyberpunk? Just do the game, but do the universe. You know what I mean? You can do Halo and be like, if they did a Halo story that was only ODST, the only thing is that like that doesn't bring people in, right?
Yeah.
If they just did ODST, it'd be fucking great because it's like we could be in the Halo universe.
They could do
Forward Unto Dawn was great.
Yes,
I don't
dude,
all the way
ODST.
remember like
Helldivers needs a show, dude.
Was with Halo.
Well,
I just
Star
remember it was a
Troopers.
fun game. That was it.
All right, well, we're going to move on. And I have a question for Pat and
we can cut
Spidey.
the trailer now, Spams.
Pat and Spidey, and I need your answers independently here. Would you say
Yes.
that men are at a disadvantage in this world?
No.
Oh, are we getting into it? Are you segueing?
I am segueing.
Okay,
Are
yeah,
men
no.
at a disadvantage into
this is a
world?
legitimate question.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay, well, what if I told you that even if men are sometimes at disadvantages, that it's because of them? And by them, I mean women.
Okay.
And
What do
not
you mean?
the own things that men do to themselves. Patriarchy does suck. It also sucks for men. They just don't see it. Anyway.
Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah. So what do you if I presented you with a blue pill and a red pill, and I said maybe which one of these do you want to take? You want to take the blue pill and stay in the Matrix, or do you want to take the red pill and see what's really happening?
I want to see what's really happening.
Do you want to wake up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the red pill is pretty much dudes like Andrew Tate or Fresh and Fit, but they're a little lesser known. But
So
They're well known in the black community.
oh, they're well known now. They're fucking so okay. Here's the red pill. It's a pipeline from misogyny to racism, and right now it's anti-Semitism specifically. It's just a pipeline from.
they don't like Jewish people.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of Jewish conspiracies right now in the media, and just,
Well, I mean, that's because of what's going on, isn't it?
what? Well, I mean,
Before
yeah,
that.
but it's been that has nothing to really do with it. I think it's just I don't know, man. Just Nazis are back. You know, Nazis are in again.
It has a lot to do with like the manosphere and like men going their own way. So like think about it like this. Remember last week when we all found out we were feminists?
Yeah.
This is like a direct answer to feminism. So you know when ladies are like, hey, we want equal rights, yada, 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 and as they start to, yada, 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 and as they start to get more equal rights, some people feel like, those rights are oppressing me as a man to be able to do the man things I want, and I want to do more man things. And so it's like this head-to-head that doesn't actually exist.
What are the man things, though?
So here's some specific things, and red pillars really love to use statistics and shit that they get from like biased places that basically they just are
red pill people bad people?
Yes, I would say yes. They're misguided. They're heavily misguided.
You don't want to be a red pill.
You do not want to be a red. You go around calling yourself a red pillar.
When you present me with a blue pill and red pill,
yeah,
I chose a red pill because I want to find out more.
Yeah.
And do you know what's funny about this whole thing? I'm gonna wrap it all around to the beautiful irony of the red pill.
So I'm a bad person?
No, you're not a bad person.
You're not a
we
bad
all
person.
want they co-opted with you remember the Matrix, right?
It's also a reference to the Matrix where you're getting out of the Matrix.
But wait.
Yeah,
We're gonna wrap it around to that. But like, okay, so here's a specific red pill thing. Is like they would say, women accuse men of rape and domestic violence all the time, but there's a lot of women that lie. So like, we should pretty much just not believe anyone. But like, it's shit like that. Like they'll take one thing and just take it to the extreme and blow it out of proportion.
Yeah.
Where they're just like suspicious of all women. They think that women are the root of like a lot of men's problems. They believe in like,
Because they ain't getting no ass.
yeah,
I was saying,
Absolutely or not.
and they also look at women as like objects and like as like goals to achieve. They're very big on like body counts. They're very big on like
So they're getting ass?
I don't
sometimes
no,
maybe, but they're like,
they're big
I don't-
on the ladies' body.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But like they're also big on like the traditional family where like the woman cooks and cleans and
Oh, they're stuck in the past.
yeah they're it's
because things were better for men in the past.
Now here's the beautiful irony of the red pill. Like Spidey said, it's based on the Matrix with the red pill and the blue pill, and the thing is, it was made by the Wachowski brothers at the time, who have now transitioned to the Wachowski sisters. Basically, they also hate the trans community. They also hate the LGBT, but their entire identity is based on a film that was about trans people. Like it was the Matrix was like a whole metaphor, which I still don't understand how it was a metaphor for like trans people.
Let's not pretend like the Matrix is like, because they made all the other Matrixes as well, and they're all kind of who fucking knows what the movies are actually about. But they're like, they came out and was like, no, this is an allegory for being trans.
It's just the beautiful irony that they chose to call their whole movement the red pill, and it's like a metaphor from like the thing that they hate, and it's just dumb people running around in mental circles and doing a lot of mental gymnastics to just make excuses for just how shitty they are. Like any red pillar, it's just like, just say you make all women uncomfortable and leave it at that. You know, it's just
like Pat Pat and Spidey, because I don't want it just to be me and Mickey talking.
So hold on, these red pillars are so. I see memes out there like red pill and blue pill.
Mm-hmm.
Are people, so the red pillars? Are they proud of red pillars? Are they pride? Are they like saying I'm a red pill? I'm a red pill.
Yeah, but don't get it wrong, because they co-opted that shit from the Matrix. Red pill, blue pill. To me, just sounds like you're a bad person with a red pill. So then why would you want to be proud of it being a red pill? Because they don't think they're bad people. Fucking racists don't think they're bad people.
It's like MAGA. The MAGA thinks they're on the righteous end of things.
What you're saying? Okay.
So here's the thing. Like, think of give me an answer too.
And there's a big Venn diagram crossover with MAGA.
It's almost a circle. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think it means to like be a man? I know we've talked about this a bunch, but just like you two, like, what do you think it like means to be a man? And I'll give you like what the Manosphere says it means to be a man.
I mean, I don't know what to be a man, because I'm still trying to figure out what to be a man is.
Well, what does it mean to you, motherfucker? So, you do it every day.
Yeah. What are the qualities of like?
I don't feel like there's any like differences. Like, would I do different? Like,
I feel like there's certain expectations where, like, if you're thinking in
like my responsibility as a man is no different than any responsibility as a woman. Like, I don't think
you have similar responsibilities, but I feel like if it's like what's expected, like how to be a gentleman or how to be like a provider or how to be
I see what you're saying.
Like, you know, that sturdy rock for someone, or if you have to be an inspiration for someone or something like that. That's
somebody from
the category,
somebody from Red Pill would probably describe being a man as like whatever you think of like a fucking sturdy Marine that's just stoic.
Who's the dude that had people
devoid of emotions,
like cow testicles?
Liver King.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. He's probably but
he was taking steroids and tell people he wasn't taking steroids.
I mean, it was obvious. Like anybody with eyes could be like, yeah, that's not a natural body. I'm sorry, man. That's not a natural body. But like they would describe the ideal man as like the sole provider for the family, the emotional rock that just can't, suppress your emotions. Therapy's bad. It's for pussies.
There we go.
You don't believe in therapy?
God, no.
Oh, no. I don't think so. No.
Hey,
but I feel like the red pillars would need the therapy.
Well, if they had it, they probably wouldn't be it.
Pat. Do need therapy.
That is the
irony. Did you guys ever watch Mad Men?
Oh my God, a red pill therapist is a script. That's
yeah, that'd be hilarious. So Mad Men's got this dude, Don Draper. Don Draper is like the man, right?
Oh, like a man's man.
A man's man. And they kind of missed the point, because like Don Draper's the main character of Mad Men, but the whole point is that he is a sad alcoholic who is fucking depressingly sad. Like, he's John Hamm, all right? And fun fact, a TMI fun fact about John Hamm, apparently around Hollywood, he just don't wear draws. They've had to edit this man's giant dick out of shit because he just refuses to wear fucking draws. There's people being like, oh, he's on set again. Tell the editor he's gonna have to edit out his cock print. But like, this is, dude, man's man, strong jawline and shit, 50s man. He would go out, fuck whoever he wanted to, make a bunch of money, bring shit home to the family, and like didn't take any nonsense. But his whole thing is like how wildly sad he is.
I also sense a lot of like suppressed, how what's the opposite? Like suppress. Like I feel a lot of these dudes are probably like a little gay, and they're just afraid to admit it. You know, like that's. I sense a lot of like Steven Crowder is like a prime example. The whole thing is also a grift, by the way. Steven Crowder is being sued out of oblivion
on Comedy Central.
No. He's
the talk louder with Crowder. But anyways, he's a good example of the grift that he just like. They're all hypocrites too. All the things that they say are bad, they're doing in the background. So it's just like it's this giant grift that attracts the worst type of people in society, and it's not a majority amount. Like it is definitely a minority amount, but they're way louder than the rest of us.
It's one of those things that really like convinced me. Like there is someone into anything. Like
yeah.
Because it's so left field to where it's like, no, none of this shit makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't add up to me, at least if I'm thinking about, I always think of if everyone were doing it, would it be okay?
Yeah.
And they're not thinking that shit at all.
I think it's just a group of men that's just threatened that, like, society is, especially when it comes to, like, gender issues, because it took me a while for it to like click too. Like I was never like bigoted or hateful of anybody, but I did have a hard time understanding certain things. But I think it's just Red Pill just feels like a group of men that's just like afraid of like women becoming more independent and just people finding their identities and just society just kind of becoming chill with each other. And maybe they have an identity of their own, but they grow up in rural areas where it's just like, you know, fucking the First and Second Amendment couldn't tell you what the rest of them are type of place, you know. I just think they're a product of their environment, you know.
I feel that. One more thing.
So a Red Pill cannot be a woman; it can only be a man.
Oh
right?
no!
So why would a woman want to be not?
It's a grift. It's a grift. Huh? I refuse to believe that any of these Red Pill influencers believe their own bullshit. It's a grift. I really think it's a grift. Candace Owens,
Pearly things.
Fucking just Pearly
things. So Candace Owens, as a woman, does not want to be an equal as a man?
She is just wrong. just misguided and wrong.
Well, because
does she want to be like back in the day when
but
they're
like
all
the
paid,
traditional status. And Spidey, hold on to the thing you wanted to say because I do want to hear what it was. But it's like a traditional thing. Like this lady here, her name's just Pearly Things, and she's like, I think that a man should take care of a woman. I should have kids. I should stay at home. I should take care of a home. Like they're very much into these traditional things, and they're like, that's the way things should be. Like the world would be better if everyone fell back into their traditional roles. But the thing is, and this is why I think Fresh and Fit is trash, and this doesn't fly really well in the black community, is that we didn't have a lot of men in our community growing up because of the whole fucking shit from the 80s. So, like, a lot of households that I fucked with and knew about growing up ran by women. Right? And it's like, look at the balance here. And it's like, yeah, well, I hear what you're saying, but also, like, traditional's outside the door. Plus, like, now, one single person can't make enough money to bring home to supply for three people in the family. We gotta go and get this dough.
Chris,
I feel like the people are like that one traditional are come from polygamous family.
She does. Just Pearly thinks her fucking dad bought her a studio.
Oh yeah, she's a nepo baby.
Yeah, didn't have to struggle.
So you need to at least watch like a highlight reel of H3's debate with
I've seen some of it.
Fresh and Fit. It's just. I think Ethan took a defeat in that debate, not because he was intellectually bested, but just because he was just left befuddled, just at the sheer display of incompetency. Like they weren't answering any of the questions. Like he was trying to engage in debates, and he would like ask him a question and be like, "What do you think about this?" And they would just be like, "I don't know. You tell me." And it's just like that was it. It was just like a 5th grade level of like debate.
I know
skills.
You are, but order.
Yeah, exactly.
Spidey, what were you gonna say though?
We were talking about red pillars. Me and Bree were talking. There's a study that she had, and correct me. Yeah, she said this. Correct me if I'm wrong on it, but it was a study on showing how, in couples, basically, men would see if their partner was successful, they would see it as a failure for them.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me, but like it also sounds very much like what Red Pill kind of has in this old school stuff, where the men are supposed to be looked at as the one making the money, the provider, the this, that, the other, the head of the household. But then if she's making the money, it becomes like, what am I here?
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah,
they would not be comfortable with they would not be comfortable with the woman making more money than them.
Oh, real? Fuck that! I'd be like, listen, you want to make more money? Like, great shit. Well, I'm cooking this shit. Fuck.
Would you be okay with changing the diapers and cooking and cleaning up?
If she's bringing the bacon and she's bringing 6 figures, hell yeah.
Or what if
there you go.
I don't.
Or what if
Because
you
my
just-
mom was the breadwinner, so for me it was never a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if a woman makes more money,
That's a feminist.
like,
You've ascended.
what the fuck would it?
Wait, what if you guys
It's
just
official.
both work?
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did both work, but she just makes more money.
it wouldn't
Then
fucking matter.
we'd hire a nanny. You know.
Yeah, like that
Shit.
baffles me because like the money's coming to the same
I-
family. It's not just her fucking. Oh my god, that's
Dude,
just,
I would brag so fucking hard about my wife if she was making more
I
money than me,
swear.
bro. Oh my
Right?
god,
But
I'd
she
be
make more
like,
money than you
I'd be
too.
like, have
Nigga.
you? Do you know who my wife is? Like, let me talk to the manager.
I'm tapping
Do you-
that.
Yeah.
Come on, why would you be mad?
Let me talk to the manager. Do you know who my wife
Shit.
is?
I think Marquette
Don't
is
make
very
me call my
technically
wife.
my boss here at work. We did an org chart once, and I do think she can reprimand me. So what do you know about P Diddy?
He said she can.
Okay, so now we're gonna segue into P Diddy, into the
That was a very
Who
smooth
knows
slide.
anything about the P Diddy shit?
into
I know
the-
a little bit about P Diddy.
I want to hear
So-
about it because I don't know fuck.
Okay.
Dog, long story short, I mean, and it's been talked about a long time. Like the whole thing, everyone knew what was going on with R. Kelly, and then when he got in trouble, we got in trouble. No one was shocked.
I was shocked with Diddy, low key.
Diddy, even since the show, when he was talking about, yeah, if you're gonna work for me, I'm gonna have to hire you as my cameraman. You might come in and make me a sandwich while I'm fucking. Like, that shit's not okay.
Dave Chappelle did do a skit about it.
Yeah, like Diddy's
Cambodian
been-
breast milk.
Diddy's been low-key
Cambodian
talking
breast
about
milk.
doing this shit forever, and we should change his name to He Did.
Bro, Eli said the P stands for predator.
He did it.
Predator,
Predator did it.
Yeah. And so basically, 2 of his homes were raided in suspicion of dealing drugs and human trafficking.
A lot of sex
And
trafficking.
Diddy is currently nowhere to be found.
Oh, he
and
ran.
has sold off
He's-
all of his stock.
He
Oh,
ran.
and
shit.
one of his biggest products that was
As the TV.
Rival or something like that. Whatever
Revolt-
it was.
Revolt
did?
Yeah, Revolt.
Really?
Yeah, he
sold
sold
all of
Revolt
his
to
stock
the-
of Revolt.
He sold Revolt, so he did.
and now is nowhere to be found.
Julian Assange,
Word
bro.
is that he went somewhere
ran to
with no
somewhere where he
extradition.
can't be extradited. Yeah.
yeah. So he
Word is
sold-
that that's what he did. They tracked his private jet apparently, but
Bro.
He sold the Revolt TV to someone that he knows. And it's also he wanted to still keep it black owned. So he sold it. So he sold it to someone that he knows.
Yeah, amidst all that, he was like,
still
"But
got
hey,
morals."
Black
Like, what?
people, I kept it black owned. Hey,
Thanks.
just,
Nah,
hey,
nigga, you ain't
community,
coming back to
remember,
no
I'm-
barbecues.
amidst all the allegations, just remember where I came from. I'm remembering. It's like-
But I'm sure he sold it to somebody and they're just holding it. Just I think it's a straw buyer. Because like
they
they're just holding it
He
until
must have had to
everything-
fire sale that shit, dude.
I think I don't know what legal stuff is, and like this is just me thinking. I think what because he has so much money, he's probably said, "Hey, buy this," because like we don't know much about the owner or anything like that, who's buying the company or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And so he might just say, "Hey, buy this company, and then once all this clears off, sell that shit back to me." I don't know if he got that kind of backdoor deal worked out or
I'm
not.
gonna work out a list of countries
So-
that don't extradite.
so
Man's
now,
not gonna
uh,
be doing any more
so now
American
let me-
deals, I'll tell you that.
For real?
I don't think so.
Now let me break your guys' hearts a little bit.
Oh my God.
Because there's more people that are implicated in this story, and yeah. So at this point,
gets worse.
P Diddy's drug mule has been arrested.
Before you do that, I just need the quick list, super quick. China, Indonesia, Algeria, Belarus,
Cape Verde.
Colombia, Ukraine, Moldova, BN, Somalia, and Bahrain. Oh, and Iran, and Vietnam, and Cambodia.
Where you listen? What are we
No,
doing?
he said
Countries that don't have
extradite.
Oh,
extradition.
so, but you
Oh.
forgot Cape Verde. That's where he's at.
Cape Verde, I don't see Cape Verde on here.
That's where he's at. Cape Verde.
It's probably a part of
Okay.
something.
Yeah,
that's
that's all.
So yeah,
go
so
with
at this
Colombia.
point, I think his drug mule's been arrested. I
Yeah.
think a lot of the 50 Cent thing
drug
that,
mule
that
was
you,
a
that you pointed out at the beginning.
Dropout, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Drug Mill was an athlete.
Yeah.
he was a college athlete.
Yeah,
he went to
drop-
school
Yeah.
with a dude who I follow on Instagram who makes beats, and he's like, I was going to be the most famous person from my school, but I guess I'm not now.
So the 50 Cent thing is 50 Cent has been having a custody battle with Daphne Joy for
I don't know what that is.
One of his
it's
baby
one of his baby
mamas.
mamas. So he's been having a custody battle. She's accused him of things, and I'm not sure. By the way, all of this is alleged. We're not stating anything as fact. We're just
50.
we're having a conversation about the news and adding our speculations and our opinions. This is none of
50,
this.
please be unscathed.
None
bro.
of this is fact. All of these things are alleged. It's 50's okay. He's basically fighting for full custody because Daphne Joy was named one of the sex workers, which I don't know if that's her fault because like if Diddy was like sex trafficking, I don't imagine she had a choice in the matter. But again, I don't know the whole story, but 50 Cent just wants full custody.
That's something that he'd definitely be able to use. But like, she had a kid in this dangerous situation. Blah blah blah. Even if it's not her fault, that sucks.
So that's what's going on with. So
doesn't his son hate him?
I don't know.
Or is this another kid?
They seem really young.
For real? I mean, these kids are good dad.
These kids still seem
50
toddler
Cent's
age.
kid made a video talking shit about 50 Cent.
I
and
see
then
it on
50
Instagram
Cent made a
with
video back. And it was
Sorry?
funnier.
Or starts with a C or something?
It must be his oldest one.
Because I see him videos with his little kid, man. He's being like a good dad and shit. And like,
I mean, he's got other kids.
It's like a
Yeah,
teenager. It was an older
okay.
son.
No,
It was
no,
an older
these
kid.
kids are like toddler age.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I think this is different kids. But yeah, so there's other people are being implicated
Such as?
in this, including one black celebrity that I was like a really big fan of, and you guys are really big fans of, and turns out he's kind of a piece of shit.
Do it, man.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
what?
Cuba Gooding.
Gooding. I used to love Cuban. I love Cuban Gooding Jr. man.
Gooding Jr.
Snow Dogs.
No, because even before this, he's had like again, all of this is alleged, but he's had several lawsuits where it was reports of just him being at the club and just grabbing women and just
Can't grab her by the
and
pussy.
just yeah, he's it seems like he's a grabber by the pussy kind of guy. So yeah,
Cuban.
Cuba, dude, Cuba.
His brother always.
not Snow Dogs.
All of these dogs are implemented.
Diesel Mac.
Are these dogs okay?
No, he was grabbing
They probably ended up in fucking fighting pits.
This is upsetting. People have talked about it for a while. It fucking sucks. You know, by the time we're dead, they're gonna make a movie about P. Diddy like fleeing the country.
Oh yeah.
So
P. Diddy.
I have another theory.
It's gonna be
on
straight
Diddy.
out of Compton
Another
too.
theory. Yeah, another theory on
So
Diddy.
I saw on Instagram that Snoop Knight came to defense and Diddy. So I feel like So I feel like Diddy did
hit
kill
on
Tupac.
Tupac?
Yep.
You think that?
Yeah, because why was Snoop
Didn't they
Knight?
say they caught the dude? Motherfucker still had the gun in his house.
I believe it at this
Semi-recently?
point, dude. Diddy, he was always like the guy kind of pulling the strings, right? He was the manager. He was the guy with the ins and the outs.
And Biggie?
He's connected, bro. I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that he definitely at least knows what happened or who did it.
Because we still don't know.
He knows the truth. He would know.
Yeah.
Because he's connected, bro. He's connected. Like he's very like he reached a billion, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, he reached $1 billion. So like this dude.
You know, he's also a billionaire.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a billionaire now.
And we know that all of his money didn't come from, the industry now, because he was also selling human beings and such.
Oh.
So yeah, a lot of it's an ongoing situation.
So do you think he has like two different accountants, one for the underworld and one for the real world?
I think I might be giving him too much credit. What if he's just a regular shitty businessman? I don't know if he's got underworld mob connections.
Nah, man. I think when you get to a Billy, you got CPAs that know.
Also
that,
to be
I think
people.
you got guys that know guys. You know.
Oh, before we move off of this, I just want to say these motherfuckers that do all this sex trafficking is doing for sex work what the dudes who is using slave labor to make weed is doing for weed work. Like, damn, why?
Everything is
hey,
capitalism.
government, I know that. I know we can't because of like the religious implications, but can we just legalize sex work and weed fully? Like,
what
Jesus
religious
Christ.
implications?
And
like, I still don't get
tax
it.
the fucking churches,
we should
bro.
just
To quote Duncan
tax
Wedderburn,
the
you hoard
churches.
yourself. That is the worst thing a woman can do.
Who?
From the movie we watched last week.
Oh,
Hey,
but
poor
like, but
things.
what?
I mean, a lot of people feel that way. Is what I'm getting at.
Could I sue the United States for not upholding the separation of church and state statute time and time and time and
You
time
can
and
try
time?
it.
and
No,
time
you
again?
cannot because you don't have enough money, sir.
You can try
But
Would you win?
theoretically, could
someone do it?
could it be a class action?
Yeah. I
Oh,
would
the
also
whole
like a
the whole
receipt
country
for
sue the
my
country
taxes.
for
Yeah.
because like what the fuck, man? What happened to tax the fucking churches? Stop talking about Jesus in political campaigns. I don't want to fucking hear it. What are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna do for the fucking country?
I mean, it would be their right to talk about their religion personally.
Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be because separation of church and state.
Other religions don't get a chance. Like I don't see other religions have a chance on a football commercial or
Okay,
Super Bowl
one,
commercial.
I'm not.
where are
listen,
the Jehovah's
I'm sick of
Witnesses?
Hey,
I'm
I'm
sick
not
of
arguing on
Jesus.
the back.
Why does the president touch the Bible when he gets? What the fuck, dude?
Why is he not touching the Quran?
What happened to separation of church
Okay,
and state?
okay.
What happened?
Listen,
what
I'm not,
happened?
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you about. I'm not trying to advocate for that. What I'm saying is that each individual that'd be like if the president wouldn't be allowed to say if he prefers McDonald's or Wendy's. Like, they still have their own personal thing.
But
I think like putting it into law is the bad part.
But when there's a specific clause that says separation of church and state, I think that there should be regulations that I don't give a fuck what religion you are. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, 100%. I don't want it.
That would be weird though. Like, I don't want you want someone to hide the religion. I feel like that's.
I don't want them to hide it, but don't make it. Don't make
other
it
religions.
Don't make
just
it
amplify Christianity.
No, don't make it part of your platform that you're like, I'm a family. Shut the fuck up, dude. What are you gonna do for the fucking country? What's your plan? What are you going to do for us?
All right, man. Damn, I'm not disagreeing. They should upload up all of the religions. I'm just saying that if a person was like, I'm running for president, and they're like, what do you do on Sunday mornings? And they're like, I can't tell you. That thing's a little more, I'm worried.
Do you think a Muslim, let's say Muslim politician right now says,
no, they can't.
That's what I'm saying. But a Christian politician could say,
yes, they can. That's a problem. You're arguing at me like I disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I'm just telling you that individual people will talk about their religions. Plus, they can use that shit to get votes.
Here's the thing. I'm in my mid-30s, but I feel like I'm already at get off my lawn stage. You know? I feel like I'm already there, man. I feel like
do some more youthful shit.
Yeah.
Let's go party this weekend.
If you made it illegal for what were we watching? Dune 2. In Dune 2, they talk about like, hey, how can we get these people to stop being religious zealots? And someone's like, oh, we can make it illegal for them to do that. And he's like, well, if we do that, they're fucking religious. They'll just be like, this is the righteous fury that I wanted. If you make it illegal, and this isn't just for Christians, this is for anyone with a religion, to talk about their religion as a public figure, it will embolden these motherfuckers so much harder. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the way around it is you just make sure that you can't put that shit into law. Like, none of these laws, our money shouldn't say, in God I trust. No law should be like, well, religiously, anything like that, right? It should be like, we don't kill people, not because God said we don't want to, but because, oh my God, Jesus Christ. We should be like, we don't want to kill people, not because God said we don't want to, but because we all agree that it's bad.
Yeah.
Sex work should be legal because people are doing it anyway, and we can tax it and use it to fund schools. Same with weed. Probably not the drugs that are super addictive. Sorry, cocaine.
If you need an invisible person in the sky to define your moral barometer, you should go to therapy. You got to figure some things.
Chris,
if you need to be if you need good and bad to be defined for you, and like if you can't actively just make good decisions because that's the right thing to do, you got fucking problems.
I disagree with my own statement. All drugs should be legalized, and we should be helping everybody to get off of them all the time.
No, I was talking about the sex workers. I don't think government should profit off that. They shouldn't get taxes. That's someone's body. Fuck that shit.
Womp womp. When you go do construction work and use your body to build a building, does the government get tax money from that?
Yeah.
Then shut all the way the fuck up. And guess what? As a person who has happened to dabble in doing some sex work, I had to read like, whoa, what do I do with my taxes? And there was this girl who was like, I just started an OnlyFans. Do I have to give the government my money?
But that is
guess
stupid,
what?
though.
What country do you live in? We need roads. We need schools.
But
I'm sorry.
that should be taxed.
All of your work gets
exempted.
taxed.
Like churches are exempted, then that should be exempted.
No, churches shouldn't be exempted. I disagree with that too. I think all shit.
I don't feel like man, that's government should not have making taxes off you, like off your body.
Your
paychecks are being taxed right now. You use your body to do any work, not just sex work. They're taking your time and money right now.
So all I'm saying is,
and giving it to the military.
They should be equally taxed across the fucking board. Yeah. Tax everybody.
Well, then they should get taxed less.
Huh?
They get taxed less, you know.
Tax less? No, I think it's like 10%. Everybody. That's inclusive billing. Just 10%. Flat 10. Across the board.
10% for everybody.
You're already paying more than 10%. If everybody, including the motherfuckers with billions of dollars,
how about the billionaires do like 25 or 20?
That's a lot.
Nah, all right. Pat's cooking over here. You get over $1 billion, that shit's 25% tax. Don't get over $1 billion. Just give it all away. Stop. You get to $999 million. Just fucking stop. Like, don't give me another dollar. They're gonna anyway.
But that's how you game the system. Is like when you get that much money, then they're just like, okay, you have to spend $200 million before the end of the year. All right, let me buy a yacht that I don't fucking need.
Isn't that why? Because Bezos started there's like a fund where all the millionaires have to throw in money to donate to someone that is not a millionaire for like humanitarian purposes or something like that.
I don't know.
I was just reading up on, which is insane because I did not know that was a thing.
It's 2007.
I'm gonna press X for doubt that actually ends up where it needs to go to.
And Kenny Ortega is going to direct a seminal film. In fact, it's a sequel, High School Musical 2, written by Peter Barchatini, is the 70th Disney Channel original movie, DCOM.
Oh shit,
We have Disney Channel original movies we fuck with, but
Hell yeah.
this is High School
The
Musical.
Other Me.
It is a sequel to High School Musical, starring Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Lucas Gabriel, Corbin Blue, Monica Coleman, and Zac Efron. In High School Musical 2, Troy Bolton, Gabrielle, and the Wildcats find summer jobs at the country club, but tensions rise when Sharpay Evans recruits Bolton to the talent show performance. So here's the thing. This month was going to be about making music. All of the movies need to be about making music. We did Poor Things because it was out and it was available and it was timely, and we took a little brief break. When I said, hey, Pat, these are going to be movies about making music, Pat, who's always wanted to be a successful troll, and I think time and time again has kind of failed at it, shined when he said, it's going to be High School Musical 2 to torture all of you. Marquetta walked away from this movie. She went to bed early because I was watching this.
Bro, the whole time I was watching, especially the cheesy points, I was like, man, Chris has to watch this.
So
right
before we
I
get
didn't
into
watch it. I played Helldivers and I was listening to it like a podcast.
Before we get into the plot of the movie, Pat, why did you pick this movie? And to everybody here in the comments, please tell us. Tell us if you've seen High School Musical and how you feel about it. High School Musical 2.
Also, how old were you when it
I
came
actually
out?
do have an analysis.
Now,
So-
Pat, tell us why you picked this movie.
First, I picked this movie. Was to troll, just because I usually don't like musicals. I don't like the trope in TV shows or anything like that.
You didn't like Dreamgirls?
Dreamgirls was good. The ones that we did for the podcast movie, they were good. I like Whiplash was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Hustle.
So you
Hustle
mean
and Flow.
so you mean when we influenced you to be open-minded about things and you tried things that you hadn't tried before, you found that you actually liked it more than you thought you would?
Yeah, but usually there's some dry musicals out there and shit like
Okay,
that. I just
The
don't
ones
care.
the ones you've never seen and are judging on based on just the fact that
I seen musicals that were dry. I didn't like that they do on TV. That's
All
why.
right. Okay, that's fair.
That's why I don't care for it. But anyway, so I didn't care for it, and that's why it's like, and plus we got an opportunity to like pick one movie every week now, because all this time Chris was majority picking the movie, so I was like, I have one.
I might take this power back.
No, you can't take this power back. I was like, I have 1 week to abuse this power, so I'm going to abuse it, and I chose this movie just to abuse my power to be as a troll. And honestly, I think this was a great movie because last night I streamed it, and a lot of people like this movie. A lot of people, this movie is their nostalgia. It was their childhood. And I know a couple, Youthful Eagle, and I'm forgetting the other name. Somebody else. They knew the song, every song before it came on. They knew a bunch of facts. I'll share some facts as we get along. But I know this movie was a hit for a lot of kids. And in this movie, when cable was on, it was the most watched Disney movie on cable television ever.
So
I mean, yeah, it's wildly popular.
before we get into the rest of it, and I want to be fair to anybody. One, this movie was successful by any metrics. They spent $7 million. It looks like it in a bad way. And they made 93.
$7 million?
They made $93 million off of this
They
shit.
spent money on set and choreography.
Right? That was it.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, that's what we're saying. It doesn't no, $7 million is not a lot for a movie. And they spent probably most of
looks
it
like
on
they spent
writing
like
songs and
$1
having a
million.
huge cast. So here's the thing. Before we get into this movie, I want to be fair. I want to be very fair.
$3 million.
Everyone who's listening and watching this now, and this is one of your favorite nostalgic hits, and you like us as well, you might want to turn this off.
I like it. I like some of the songs. So don't carry.
Here's the thing.
I got 3 of my favorite songs.
Here's the thing.
I bet you
I
do.
do plan to clown on this movie, but it did make me nostalgic because it's from the time I graduated high school. Yeah, it was I graduated in 2006. This came out in 2007. So it made me nostalgic, and I could understand I still don't think if I watched it back in the day, I still would have liked it. But I see what's
I'm not all right, so we're gonna talk about the actual movie like we talk about the others. I'm not being a hater. This movie wasn't it wasn't really
come on.
No.
Loud
Just let me
proud. Loud
I want to
proud.
say this movie wasn't made for me. This isn't a style of musical that I like. I went to go see the Mean Girls musical recently, and I thought that shit slapped. Not even the movie. I went to go see the actual show. Like, I fuck with musicals. This one just isn't. This isn't my cup of tea. That's fine. And if you love it, I say go for it. We got somebody staying at our house right now who was born in 1997, and she was like slid into the room in socks, and she was like, "Y'all listening to High School Musical?" And it was like, And I was like, yo, what do you fuck with? She was like, this is my jam. So I see the impact it has on other people, and I'm not here to discredit that. We're going to talk about it like we talk about every movie. But if you want my opinion, no, I didn't like it. I don't hate it. I think it should exist. It wasn't made for me.
The songs in this movie feel like they were like Chat GPT generated.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I also hate everyone's clothing because no one dressed like this.
I feel like this is the same fashion we have right now.
Okay.
In the summer, in the summer clothes.
Get your ass off
There's a summer
hey.
when they're in the
the plaid shorts with the flip flops.
Yeah, we do this shit right now.
The striped polos. Come on,
We do this shit
high
right
school.
now.
Spidey, you didn't know enough preppy kids.
That was high school.
I wasn't
man.
wearing this in school.
I was not wearing this in school either.
Guy wearing a pink shirt with blue pants. People do that right now.
So do you guys want to hear my analysis for the movie?
Oh, hold on. We should do like we do all the other movies. Okay. Let's generally, we already talked about the vibe and all that. Let's talk about like the characters. Let's just do the main three.
Okay.
Sharpay, the main four. Sharpay, Troy, Corbin Blue,
And Gabrielle.
What was Corbin Blue's name? Blake. I feel like his name was Blake. Am I being racist? That kid's name was Blake, right?
Who?
I have not.
Corbin Blue. The mixed kid. No, my bad. His name was Chad
I was
Danforth.
surprised his name was Chad.
I'm not.
I figured
Chadwick
Troy.
Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
I figured
Black Panther
Troy
himself.
His name would be Chad, but
All right, cool. So let's talk about
always
these characters.
Chad.
Just you could talk about all four characters in one go.
I wanted to say one thing. We're gonna shit about this movie a lot, or some of you are. I didn't mind the movie. It wasn't the greatest thing or anything. I didn't mind the movie, but we also got to remember these kids were young as fuck, and for them to be able to sing, dance, act on a movie on this scale is impressive. We're
giving them their flowers. Also, the movie is successful. Our opinion is.
Well, yeah, but like we should be giving them the flowers because like these are kids who are singing, dancing, and also like they have to do all this and act.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it's gotta be hard because it's like you know what I mean. Like you gotta be able and these were all real singing too. It wasn't like fake. Singing.
Yeah.
So
hey, Pat, sorry, but you might have to take like a 1 minute pause. The guy is here, and they don't know what to. Nobody's up there to talk to him.
Pat, I'll represent you in the chat here to make sure we're talking positively about the movie.
I see what you were saying, and I'll carry on that thought. I don't have anything against the actors. Obviously, they're kids. They're there for like a paycheck. Like again, look, there's
they're kid actors. Are you gonna fucking?
I think this is a generational thing because there's older Disney movies that you said like and those are also objectively not great movies. So I think it's just like when the nostalgia was like if I had watched this as a kid, then I'd be nostalgic about it. But because I watched it as a 36-year-old man.
And by as a kid, I mean younger than the people on TV. If I was in junior high and I saw this, I might be like, oh, that's what high school could be like. If I saw this in 2007 when I graduated college or high school, I'd be like, no. Spidey, what were you going to say?
One, I think there's no way to find anything wrong with the movie Brink. So, like, they definitely had some bangers. That movie was perfect.
When was the last time you seen Brink?
Other Me, Smart House? Come on.
All right, guess we're going to have a Disney Channel original
Star
month.
Kid, come on with it.
Like July.
I'm down.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, but it also wasn't for me. But it's fun. Like, I love a good musical. I like good choreographed dancing. It's funny watching the one that's a meme where they're doing it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then if you watch the actual meme of them just doing it with real sounds, it's just a bunch of breathing and banging on pots and shit. Like,
when Pat comes back.
That shit is so funny.
Break! Drug, sex, drink. What the
bro?
fuck?
See, it was deep, bro. There was levels.
So listen, I think we should bring this up to Pat when he comes back. We've talked about like musical theater before. I saw Stomp when I was in 5th grade.
Stomp was lit.
Stomp is great. It's a Broadway or it might be off Broadway. I don't know. I saw when I was in 5th grade where they play like they do all the musical instruments themselves. It's all like percussion and shit, and it's great. And I feel like Pat, we're gonna go see Broadway, but I don't want to see no Broadway. I'm Pat. It's like well, they're gonna do like what they did. And he'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like he does like these things. I feel like you got to bring
I
this.
want to go see Blue Man Group again, dude. Blue Man Group was so fun.
You want to go see what?
I'd see a High School Musical play, which I believe they did.
Yeah, they did. They took the play on the road. Apparently, it was great. I mean, it's the same. Like, if you didn't like Mean Girls and you saw the Mean Girls play, you'd be like, "Oh, this is just a really good play." Like, if I'm watching performance art, I'm watching it. I'm fucking here for it.
Hey, Chris.
What up?
I gotta break your heart.
Yeah.
Based on recent allegations.
Yeah.
We might have to change the poster.
Oh no! Oh god! Spencer, cut over to the other angle. Oh god, I got it. Oh no!
Not boys in the hood.
Yeah, we gotta fix it.
He's tainted a black classic.
Oh Jesus! Oh no! Fuck!
Damn you, Cuba! Damn you!
Until we get it sussed out, we need to know.
We're back to sanctions. We're back to a bad relationship with Cuba.
Get it out of here. There we go.
Man.
So many gangsters.
Just like the
So
cars
little
in Cuba.
time.
Turns out his personality was dated.
Damn. Cuba no
I'm sorry.
gooding anymore.
I just noticed that. I was like, uh-oh.
That was my poster pick. All right,
Damn.
Shh.
All right,
No one knows.
Should we have like a
No, what I'm gonna do is print my face out and put it over Cuba Gooding.
Yes,
Oh my God,
that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
No, if you want to be
No one's gonna know. No one's
That's
gonna
true.
know.
All right.
Yeah, they
We'll
don't
just put
know.
all three. We'll just
They
put
don't
us
know
three on
about
there.
boy. I want to share my analysis, but
Yeah.
I want to wait for Pat because
well then-
I will go with mine because I
Go
don't
for it.
care. Like I said, it wasn't great. It kind of sucked.
Give
but
it a
also,
grade.
It was fun. Ooh, I'm gonna give it a B only because I feel like it wasn't for me. I graduated 08, so I remember specifically not going to see these. I think I saw the first one, and then I saw the jump rope one with just Corbin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was, that was also fun because I was like, yo, Double Dutch is fucking lit. That shit's cool.
Oh yeah.
I did not care about the plights of high school.
What's these kids are for I think me and you
I
are
did
kind of hard to
think-
relate to with their
Yeah.
the whole thing. I appreciate them getting a job and I'm like, oh, that's all cool and shit, but like
But also just
I've
old
never
people.
known anybody like Sharpay until I became older and was like, oh, these people really exist.
Yeah.
Yes, I never knew.
People just exploiting people basically.
You
It
know what
like,
was
okay, this
wild
fucking
is
weird.
like when they were talking about the money, like he was like, you got a caddy for $40. He's like, for $40, I'll caddy for anyone.
Yeah.
And he was like, you got a salary job now, $500 a week. He was like, what? That was life-changing money back then.
That was.
High school?
Dude,
Yeah.
rent in some places was like $800, like $500 a week, dude. You're chilling,
I
dude.
used to know $300 rents. All right,
Yeah.
so before we get to Mickey's analysis, I just want to say the baseball song is my favorite song. That's all.
Okay, so my favorite songs was the baseball one.
Girl, you said songs?
Bet on it.
Oh, I had songs, bro.
Bet on
I
it.
bet on it's the second one.
That's your I thought it would
Yeah,
be
that's my
first.
second one. Batter up.
that would've been your first?
Bet on me, and then the first one was the song in the kitchen.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I will
Work
say
It Out? Was that Work It Out?
I think it was.
it
yeah,
was
work this
catchy.
out.
Some songs were catchy.
Oh.
They
Even
were all catchy.
even
That's
the
also the problem.
even the Hawaiian one or whatever they were.
That
Oh.
was racist.
But it was catchy. But it was
That
catchy.
was racist
But it was
and
Y'all
catchy.
didn't
cringy.
say- no
It was-
one even said anything about that. Like,
Okay,
how have I not seen that in history? How are Hawaiian
they
people
deleted it.
You know why you
boycotting?
haven't-
I don't
why
know
you
if I
haven't
wanna
seen
call
it? You know what?
racist. I think that's a little heavy. But
I want to know if any of those words were
No, it was
actually
racist
words.
because Disney cut that. Because that if you
Really?
Disney cut that. If you watch on
why is
TV,
it on the Disney Channel?
It was on Disney Plus. But if you watch on DVDs or anything like that,
They
or
cut
even
it?
they
But it was catchy.
they cut it.
Low key.
It was,
They cut it.
I'm saying,
If I was
They were
Hawaiian,
racist.
I'd be like, yeah, we about to take this island
Yeah,
back.
right.
Right?
Shut that shit down. I didn't know if any of those words she said were actual words.
Yeah,
because
she
it
was
sounded
like,
like she was just on some bullshit. Like, you can't do that.
No, you can't. Yeah, Disney cut that song. They
Is it like hum
Yeah, the name of it, like-
hama kunu.
But I mean, that might actually be like a Hawaiian word. It's just that I even think that like some of the shit we do on the islands over there in
Look, it was-
general is a little fucked. We're literally like, hey,
Yeah, I don't think
we
this-
took this island, we've
I don't think
occupied
this
this
is
shit,
Hawaii's
it's ours
biggest
now.
problem right now.
Your people should dance for us, and I know it's a part of their culture that they want to show off, but also it feels a little bit like you can't afford rent here. So
as soon as this happened, I was like, what in the name of cultural appropriation is going on
Yes,
right now?
100%.
there's appreciation and there's appropriation, and I think we know where this one falls.
All right.
And
so-
she's tanned orange. Like, it's just, it hurts.
Yeah. I'm glad they
Mickey,
took this out.
Mickey's gonna give us his analysis on this movie.
all right. So I took this seriously, Pat. All right. I took it seriously. I think that this is a really great commentary on the privileges of private education. Because there ain't no way these kids are from a public school.
Yeah, I agree. One day busted out singing
Not a
and dancing.
fucking shot, dude.
Nope.
They all got a job at the same place.
Yeah.
We all got this job at the place that this lady's family
Like,
owns.
I know this is a clubhouse talent show. It wasn't a school talent show,
Yeah.
but like, still, you got time for this shit, man.
Oh.
And I also think that the movie missed the mark on its final lesson because Zac Efron was, he's got this scholarship coming up, but at the end he was like, no. I care about what my friends think, and it's like I don't fucking remember.
You should have went to college.
Besides you, I don't remember anybody
No,
from high school. bro. Like, it's
I
like-
want to talk about that topic.
Yeah.
So I was talking about.
I just want to finish it off. I don't think that's the. I mean, obviously you should care about your friends, but like, you know, if you're teaching a younger generation, I think it would have been a lot more adequate to be like, no, definitely focus on the scholarship. Definitely focus on that.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Fuck
that.
the talent show. That's not going to do anything for you.
I agree with you on that. So yesterday we actually had a huge debate about this on the stream.
Yeah,
because I was on the side with you guys, and the diehards on the High School Musical were actually against Zac Efron, and they were like, he should have been with friends and shit like that. So that was my debate with them, because I hated Zac Efron made one bad move, and there was only one bad move he made was asking his friend to take the burger back. That's it was a bad move.
I ordered Swiss on this.
Yeah,
he ordered spit on it. It's wild.
Yeah, but that was the only one bad move. Anything else for him to dish? He didn't even dish his friends, but he went to go practice with a college team. You can't just go practice with. You just can't invite people to go practice with a college team. You got to be invited. So he couldn't just invite his friends to go do something like that.
Yeah.
And if I was his friends, and he's going to go there to better his game, then you want him to be his best. So you want the best for him. So you should let him just go do that. You shouldn't
but
be
the
shitty
kids.
about that.
Yeah.
But that's fucking stupid. I don't get that.
I know exactly.
Kids are kind of
I know, but like you should want the best for him. And then also the scholarship thing. I didn't understand Zac Efron this fact. You got this girl who's pulling so many strings for you to be noticed by her. She got families, rich money. She got connections. She's got you basketball connections, scholarship, and you have everything she's doing for you, and you just can't give her time of day. Go on a date with her one or two eyes.
She's an airhead, bro.
I don't give a fuck. She's thinking about you. She's setting you up for your future.
Okay,
what
you know
she's
what?
doing
Honestly,
is using her money.
How many girls actually do that shit for you?
Spidey, what were you saying?
What she's doing is using her money and power to manipulate him into being like her little puppet. But also, she is getting him a few different flavors or like favors.
Let's get this bag and then dip.
Dude, legit, he should have like his friends 100% should have been like, no, it looks like he's doing some things that are going to benefit his future. Like he cannot afford to go to school. He's getting scholarships.
Yeah,
don't be haters about it. The man's doing his thing. He also suckered all of them into going to the job.
Yeah,
they all could have said no though. So like, there's still it's a coin flip on who's to be blamed there. You don't have to go to this fucking job just because Zac Efron got on the phone with one dude.
I don't want Troy to cheat on his girlfriend. I want Troy to dump his girlfriend so that he can go to college.
Yeah, but also, is it cheating in high school?
Yes.
It's high school.
Only because you're older and you're looking back
cheating.
now thinking that those relationships didn't matter.
If you are
but in
in a committed relationship, it's cheating no matter what.
But like,
it's about
the high school relationship.
Because if they treat that relationship like that, they'll keep that shit going.
Don't be in one.
You need to understand that if you're in high school and you plan on cheating somebody, you grown enough to get yourself a little girlfriend and then have another girl looking after you. This is to my future fucking son who doesn't exist. Then what you need to be also grown enough to do is break that shit off and do what's fucking right. Do the hard part.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I feel like high school relationships don't mean nothing. They're like,
then don't be in it.
Unless you're in high school and it means everything.
Then don't be in one.
They don't mean anything in hindsight, but when you're in it, it's the most important thing in your entire life.
If you're planning on fucking around, then just don't be in a relationship. Just don't.
I agree with you on one.
But as an adult, high school
was they in a relationship? I grabbed it on them. We're not in a relationship.
It seemed like they were.
They were boyfriend and girlfriend. They were boyfriend and girlfriend from the last movie.
They were. I did not know about this. They were boyfriend and girlfriend from the last movie.
Bro, they sang like 7 songs together.
I only saw them on one day.
And also, I thought the funniest part of the movie is after the rehearsal when she's like trying to get him to dance with her in the talent show, and after the rehearsal he was like, what's all the show and the lights and the glamour for? And she was like,
I just want to sing with my friends.
No, she was like, it's for the applause. How else are you gonna get attention? And Zac is like, haven't you ever considered just singing with your friends for fun? It's like, what? No, not one time, man.
Not you don't ever make money, Zac.
Not one time ever, dude. Focus on your scholarship. You're misguided.
He is so misguided.
Your friends are bringing you down, bro.
They are.
He had prime opportunities.
He did. I was like, bro,
fuck the scholarship.
It pissed me off.
I care what my friends think about these people that I'm never going to talk to ever again.
He organized the workers. They did a little strike so that they could get what they wanted.
Did he still get a scholarship?
No. What they really wanted was to participate in the challenge show. What they wanted was stupid, but they got it.
High school is such a funny time because like it feels like the most important time of your life, and all of these like social politics around you, like everything is just so heavy. And then like now at this age, looking back on it, it was just like it was a fucking sitcom, bro. Like it was just like it's so unimportant of all
even college,
yeah, to some degree. Like all the things I was worried about, all the like it was just so silly.
But here's what's important as an adult, and I feel like our parents, my parents did at least, like some parents don't get this. Telling a person in high school like the shit you care about now is unimportant.
Not gonna listen.
You might as well pour gas on them. What's wrong?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That is.
You can't.
They're just like,
you can't say that.
this
You
is
can't
going
say
on. That's
that.
going on. You gotta be like, that shit's unimportant. You won't care about it in 10 years. Because
Yeah,
the
you
thing
can't
is
say
that
It's
like
your brain hasn't developed yet. Like
Yeah.
you cannot
It is
fathom
important
these
to
other
them.
ideas of what could be important.
Yeah, because people used to
this
say
is
that
your
shit to me, and that
life.
pissed me off.
it's like if you had a friend who was tripping balls and they're like, the floor's lava, and you're like, bro, you won't care about it in an hour. The floor's not even lava. No, you need to be like, dog, yeah, the floor is lava, but listen, you're gonna be okay. Keep your feet up. I got you.
Drink this.
Like you need to validate that shit, because otherwise, like,
You need to be careful how you speak
motherfuckers
to
will just
kids.
dig that hole deeper, baby, and it's just like, well, they don't care. So me and my girlfriend got matching tattoos, and we got our ears pierced, and I think she's pregnant. I love her, and it's like, oh my god.
Haven't you ever thought about singing and dancing and intricate choreography just out of the goodness of your heart?
There's one more fact that I wanted to share was
Drop that fact, baby.
the character Ryan, the brother.
Yeah.
That was, I liked the twist where they gave him the trophy at the end. That was cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
So Disney did not flat out let him come out and say he was openly gay until he was done with the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Ryan.
good
Oh,
on
yeah.
you, Disney, except for you suck and you're stupid and it's obvious.
Oh, and Disney
Fuck
also
boys. Yeah,
Disney also
dude that
hired
was
Brian
the
Peck.
brother.
He was
He came out to who? What do we do? Okay.
I mean, Disney hired a child predator right out of prison. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
true.
don't.
Day one.
Yeah, like he was out and he signed a contract in prison, probably.
I just think
Allegedly, speculatively.
it's stupid and it's small and it's reductive, and I'm glad that actor was able to come out. But it was the same thing like Billy from the Power Rangers. He was the Blue Ranger. He was gay. The show wasn't coding him as gay, but I mean, this character I feel like was definitely coded as being gay. But Billy from the Power Rangers wasn't able to come out, and they used to call him the F word like behind the scenes and just fuck with him. The producers of the Power Rangers were super mean to this dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's wild that I was just watching Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder was like, it's okay to be gay. It's Hollywood. Everyone's a little gay. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe for Hollywood. But back in the day, and even still now, it's like you can't be like that leading frontman and do that. And it's like, you kind of fucking missing the mark. And especially because it's like, oh, the dude who likes to put on musicals, I know that that's a trope. I know that plenty of people like to put on musicals aren't gay. But also, like, I mean, he was kind of coded as that. And
Yeah.
it's like, while they'd be like, oh, well, we can't say it, but we can let it. Same with fucking Cora. Like, come on, man. Just... She like the Avatar. He's got multiple eyes. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know why, but that reminded me of another detail about the P Diddy thing. Is he was trafficking both boys and girls. So he was an equal opportunity. Equal opportunity trafficker.
Mentioned in there too.
And Cuba was there.
Cuba. Hey, did you guys
Cora
catch
called it straight from them not letting Cora be with Asami officially until like the very, very end. I love Cora, and I really think that like the her and Asami thing doesn't make a lot of sense in the story, but like if they would have went from that from the get go, I think that could have been really good.
I'll disagree only because I think that watching Cora, you'll see her go from 16 to 22, and in that time she has her experimental phase where she's finding out who she is, and then she doesn't learn that she's bi until she hits her early 20s, which
Oh no, I mean like the story doesn't set them really up well as a couple, is what I'm saying. Like they don't spend like you know what I mean? Like even her and Mako I felt like was kind of forced-ish. Like they were dating, but it never felt solid to me. Like I feel like by the time you get to like Sokka and Suki, I think their relationship, the way that goes, you're like, oh no, like I feel this, I get it, like I understand that a little more. I just wish she had more time with Asami. I wish her and Asami got to do like more datey. It like makes sense in hindsight, but when watching it, they never really like. I don't know. I want to see them do some
point,
shit.
They bond over the fact they both dated Mako, and then they're hanging out from like season 3 on.
Yeah. This isn't Cora hate. You guys are misunderstanding. I love Cora. I know I played a person who hated Cora in a skit. That was once. I advocate for Cora on a regular. I'm saying I want more Cora.
Yeah,
I want it there to have more time with her girlfriend. I wanted to see that vibe instead of them finally like in the portal together.
Did you guys catch the cameo?
Yeah, what was the cameo?
What was the cameo?
You
know
about,
damn
man?
well
Come
we
on, you didn't catch it.
No, let us guess.
Guess. It's a Disney star. So guess the cameo.
Justin Timberlake.
No.
It's
Britney Spears?
No.
Triple H.
Christina Aguilera.
No.
Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah, she was not the blonde Miley Cyrus. She was the young Miley Cyrus with black hair.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Well, she's Miley when she doesn't have it. When she has the wig, she's Hannah Montana.
But yeah, she was the lime green bathing suit right next to at the end song.
No
Huh.
way.
Damn.
If you say so.
No, I mean I didn't know until someone put it onto the.
I figured,
Sick. Yeah.
That was cool because you
Yeah,
actually
shit.
watched the shit out of Hannah Montana. I ain't gonna lie.
High School Musical. It was,
Well,
you
we
know,
did it. We
popular.
watched High School Musical. This is 2 for 2 on us watching a movie that grown men probably have a hard time getting with. But we did really good with Poor Things, and I think we did pretty damn good with High School Musical too.
Next, we're watching Storks.
Dorks?
Nah. Next month. All right, next
we're
month's
watching
theme
Reefer Madness.
is the next month's
let's just
theme
open it with Reefer
is
Madness.
movies about doing drugs. Okay, it can't be
Yeah.
if the movie is primarily about selling drugs. Not the case. It has to be about doing drugs.
Requiem for a Dream.
So the question is we're gonna start it off. I want to start off with my pick. I think starting a month off with my pick, I like to set the tone, I think, and I think we did a good job. Well, I fucked up on Hustle and Flow. I ain't gonna lie, I should did Blues Brothers, but in case we're right, you know. The month after that was supposed to be Shelby picks, but we're saving May to be Indiana movies. Unfortunately for that one, there won't be a lot of, we can pick the order, but there's not a lot of Indiana movies. And then next month after that, June, is going to be Shelby picks. And we've already looked at Shelby picks. We're going to be watching Bottoms for one of those, so I hope y'all are super excited because Bottoms is great.
I've heard amazing things.
Y'all
about
ain't
that.
even ready. All right,
no.
so movies about doing drugs, not selling drugs, doing them.
drugs.
So unfortunately, the movie Dope doesn't count, but Dope is good. So my pick to start it off with, and here are the other rules. At least half of us can't have seen the movie. I'm thinking Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Who's seen Requiem?
No.
2 no's. We got 1 yes. Okay, and then my other pick that I'm
man,
thinking about is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No.
Okay.
Haven't seen it?
That's a good one too.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys pick. The two of you who haven't seen Train Spotting.
I haven't never seen Train
Train doesn't like we literally I feel like that one just needs to get picked,
Yeah,
but it's got Ewan McGregor in it.
Seen it. Yeah.
So what I'm worried about is that we won't pick one of these seminal best fucking movies ever. We'll pick something else, but it's whatever.
Reefer
Train
Madness?
Spotting does need to get watched. If we miss it this time around, it's coming back around. Train Spotting is one of the greatest. Anyway, so here's the question: Do you want a kind of serious movie or a kind of wacky movie?
Wacky.
We got 1 pick for wacky.
I'd say wacky because the other
picks for
three,
wacky?
other 3 are pretty serious, aren't they?
I'd almost go wacky. Yeah.
All right, fine then. We're gonna do Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Is it wacky?
What about
Is
wacky.
it? It's pretty wacky.
seen
we
it?
said no to Project X, right?
Project X is a party movie.
It's
No,
a
they just
drinking
do drugs
movie.
at some
It's a
point,
drinking
yeah.
movie.
How
What about
about
White
Wolf
Boy
of Wall
Rick?
Street?
Wolf of Wall Street, no, because Wolf of Wall Street, while they do drugs, I mean, but that's not what the movie's about.
Yeah, it's not
There's
really
a lot
what
of
it
drugs.
They do a lot of drugs.
They did.
That's the first time I heard about Quaaludes, and I want to try.
He does be doing a lot of drugs.
So then we said no to Limitless, no to Blow. American Gangster's not gonna work.
How?
Cocaine Bear still out of the question.
No, Cocaine Bear
should be
is if you want to pick
about
cocaine.
doing
All right, but then hold on. If you got to let me know if you're picking Cocaine Bear because it's going to change my choice.
Why?
Because I don't want it just to be a bunch of funny movies.
Why not?
Because I want them to be.
You don't want to laugh, Chris?
What? Requiem for a Dream and Trainspotting are. Sad.
I know that's. But
Those are
if
sad movies,
if
huh?
he picks Cocaine Bear and I pick Fear and Loathing,
I don't think Fear and Loathing is like ha ha funny.
it's not ha ha funny, but it's definitely like what the fuck.
But yeah, but I don't think it's like a.
But it's nowhere near as serious as the other two.
I feel like it's got some. I don't remember it very well, but it gets pretty weird.
Yeah, but it doesn't really get serious.
Yeah, I guess not. But it is based on a true story.
What was the? What
I think Fear and Loathing is a good like cinematic like history kind
All
of
right,
thing.
bet. We're
as well.
starting with Fear and Loathing. Let me read you off about Fear and Loathing
Okay,
before
so we got
get
Fear
into
and
it.
Loathing, Requiem, Trains. Dude, I can't wait to see your guys' like.
Unfortunately, it's going to be between Requiem of a Dream and Train Spotting. We can't pick both because Pat gets his own pick too, and so does Spidey.
Yes.
Just trust us on
No,
this one.
no,
though.
no,
I want you to trust
I
me
want
on
you to
this
trust
one.
my pick,
I
too.
don't trust you. You
picked High School Musical too,
fucking
Pat.
ruined it last time.
Pat's going to pick a movie just to troll. It's just going to happen. We got 4 weeks.
You don't even know what I'm going to pick.
Dude,
You said you get this
Did
power
I
for
pick-
once and
did
you
I
want to
not
abuse
pick
it.
House
Then-
Party
then
and
I'm
enjoyed
picking-
House Party.
Then I'll watch
think you
Train
did.
Spotting on my own time. I want the couch to experience Requiem for a Dream. That's my pick. If it's between the two, I'd like to watch both. But if it's between the two,
If you want to, I'll come over. I'll watch Train Spotting with
I
you. You're
wanna
going to need
ruin-
somebody to watch it with.
I want to ruin your lives with Requiem for a Dream
See, why you want to ruin our lives?
because it's a good movie, dude.
Danielle.
It's got
right.
got one the
Spidey, did you?
it's got Marlon Wayne. In it.
Yeah, it might have to be Cocaine Bear because we can't do Savages. Savages is not about them doing drugs, but it is about.
A lot of drugs in there.
All right, and
Yeah, there's a lot
Pat,
of
you're gonna go off later and pick a movie. I don't want to have to start making a prescribed movie list every month for the theme.
Just pick.
So we're gonna see how this one goes. All right, Fear and Loathing. Let me give you a breakdown. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a 1998 American stoner road black comedy film adapted from Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson is a writer known for doing a fuck ton of drugs. 1971 novel of the same name is co-written by Terry Gilliam and stars Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro as Raul and Dr. Gonzo, respectively. The film details the duo's journey through Las Vegas as their initial journalism intentions devolve into an exploration of the city under the influence of psychedelic drugs.
Yeah.
It's my bad. Psychochaotic
This
drugs.
journalist basically packed a suitcase full of drugs, went to Vegas, and did them. And then
He was trying to write about some shit and just
he was
wrote
there
about
for journalism, but then he just ended up doing a bunch of drugs.
and drugs you probably haven't heard of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the movie Rush?
Rush. I don't know what Rush was about.
Me neither. It's from '91. It's got to do with drugs and people doing drugs.
How about a movie called Office Party?
Throw in the dark.
We could take a
Office Party. They do drugs at this office. They do drugs and it goes all wild. The party goes crazy. It's
Is
a
it-
comedy.
Oh,
Is it a
wait.
party movie?
Yeah, it's a party. Also, how about? Or there's this another one movie. They do sell drugs, but the baby does a drug and the baby does cocaine.
It has to be a movie about doing drugs.
Sorry, a baby does.
Yeah,
cocaine?
it can't just be like in one scene.
No. The baby's on cocaine the whole movie.
Is the movie about doing drugs?
Yes, and then also because the baby does the cocaine, man.
Hey,
Okay,
man,
well, Pat, you get your pick.
Train Spotting and then Requiem for a Dream.
But I'll ponder.
You'll ponder. Okay.
That's- we're gonna end up picking the Steve-O documentary.
I've also had this ongoing thought too. Documentaries don't count
Yeah.
until we do a documentary month because you could find the PCP ruined my life. I remember that documentary. That shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
Is Moulin Rouge a drug movie? I've never seen it. I don't know
No,
what the fuck it's
no,
about.
it's another musical.
It's like a burlesque.
All right, cool. So we got it. We're going to be watching for next week. And people who are all here, all 18 of you, 19 or 24 at one point in time, watch the movies with us. Watch the movies with us and have the discussion.
Yeah.
We're watching Fear and Loathing in
Yeah,
Las
you
Vegas,
sons of
starring Johnny Depp.
Sons of Booches.
Harold and Kumar
Sons
would
of
count. That
kombuchas.
whole entire movie is about the first one, Harold and Kumar. Well, it's about them going to White Castle, but they do drugs the whole time.
Yeah. And we got,
Neil Patrick Harris.
yeah.
Hey, Eli says he's going to watch along. Hell yeah.
Hey.
All right, y'all. We will see you at the next one. This has been the Talking Normies podcast. Remember to tip your waiters and your podcast people. We're going to go watch this guy play this acoustic guitar. When we get there, tell him the Normies send their regards. Stick around for the
It's
raid.
not an acoustic, is it?
What the
Is it just a wood grain electric guitar?
I think it's an acoustic with the hole. It's got the hole cut
Well, it
out.
looks like a electric acoustic. No.
Sick.
Probably is, but
What the heck?
We're gonna
is
watch
that?
this talented guy do talented stuff.
Oh, it's one of those Fender. It's like it is an electric acoustic, but it's like a weird type. It's like
bye.
for a specific guitar. Acoustic.
Talking Normies podcast.